All right. Welcome to Millionaires Monthly. We have our special guest today, Just Everest. You could thank Prom for that one in the chat.
And don't forget to wave to the queen.
We're nowhere near that. We're nowhere
I'm used to
near
waving
that.
at queens. Hello.
We're nowhere near that.
No, this is not Millionaires Monthly. This is Good Friends, Good Games. And the reason we're joking is because Everest turned on her webcam pre-pod here, and we just saw the nicest digs that in the background. Let me see if I can do this here. Hold on. It doesn't do very well. It doesn't do very well on the spotlight. We're gonna go back to the horror.
Does this count as bullying?
No, we're not bullying. But she got the flat screen in the back. She's got the matching.
No, but
bar
I got a
stools.
target on my back. Yo,
We're not bullying, we're praising.
I got a target on my back for theft.
Now we know who's the rich one here.
I mean,
What do you mean?
doubtful.
What?
Doubtful. I mean, who's gonna rob you? Your fiance?
We're not
I'm
going
stealing
to
your
rob
bagel
you.
now.
It's just we're going to come to you if we need help to pay off our student loans.
Yeah.
Yes. Which I actually do. So
It's a sweet dig. It's a sweet dig.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It
We're
was-
happy. It is a beautiful
I
apartment.
was excited about it before I moved in, and then it's we got here and it was this is better than what we would ever expected. So I feel very blessed. Very blessed.
Good.
Good Friends, Good Games, episode 43. Everest is back with us, obviously here. So,
What's up?
how was the move? Everything go okay? Was it a nightmare?
It went smooth. Nothing bad happened, but towing a 26-foot moving van with a car towed behind that is never fun. That probably the most stressful part of it was when you have all your, when you have that large of a vehicle, you basically have to pre-stop your truck because it doesn't have an immediate response because of the weight levels.
Oh yeah.
And so when we drove into the Phoenix area, everyone is bobbing and weaving and assuming that you have fast reaction time and you don't. So it's terrifying. It's super terrifying. So thankfully I wasn't the one driving, he was, but I had to kind of be the one to mediate it's okay, we're here, we can relax now. But that whole it was a 3-day drive trip. And that was just every day it's okay, we're just gonna do this thing and see what happens, because the worst could happen or everything would be fine. So it was stressful, but nothing bad happened.
You've driven into Vegas, right?
Yes.
Did
It's
you know,
bad.
did you go the route with the big hill up, that big up climb up that hill, and then you kind of
Oh no, we didn't do the Vegas route this time. I've done that route before, going through Idaho, then Nevada, and then Arizona, but we actually went Montana, Southern Idaho, Utah, Arizona. So we kind of went past the Grand Canyon on that side.
Yeah, because I know I'm that's scary. That big in a normal car, that downhill slope is kind of scary if you're not paying attention, because
There's so many places where the highway will change into it'll be a 2-lane and then it'll change to a 3-lane, specifically for large trucks to use that furthest right lane to get up the hill because it's so steep. So there were a lot of those. Yeah.
Scariest shit ever hill wise was San Francisco, because you'll climb up these hills and you cannot see what's ahead of you.
You did that in a moving truck?
I did not do that in a moving truck. No, I would pay someone else to do that. If I moved to San Francisco, I'd be paying somebody else. I'm not doing that. That shit's scary. In a normal car,
I don't even want to drive that shit in a normal car. I don't understand how people can do it.
It is frightening, dude. When you go up the hill, you cannot see. If somebody's crossing the street, God help them, because you can't fucking see. You're staring at blue sky when you climb up the hills of San Francisco.
Is this okay? So is this? I might be the only person who's seen this on the. Morgan will understand. Did you guys ever watch Princess Diaries, the original with Anne Hathaway?
Did not see that one.
Okay. Doesn't matter. The movie doesn't matter. What matters is in the middle of the movie, she's driving her old 1940s convertible up the freaking hills of San Francisco, and her car is half broken, and she loses the ability to accelerate forward, and she goes backward and hits a truck.
The car just rolls back.
So that is my my greatest fear when driving in the freaking San Francisco is going backwards.
That is a very steep hill.
It's so steep. It's terrifying. It's horrible.
They're scary. No, they are scary. Like you cannot see. There's a couple of them in LA like that too.
Is it Nob Hill or Knob Hill?
Knob Hill, I think it is.
Is that the one that goes back and forth?
It's the one with the trams on from the looks of it.
No, the one that you're talking. I forgot the name of it. I know which one you're talking about. Where you go? We went down that one too, where you like weave left, right, in and out. I forgot which one that's called, but there's this old movie called Bullet, and it gets its fame. It's old, where we're talking like 60s, 70s old. But it got this famous notoriety from it because it has one of the best like car chase scenes ever in a movie. The car chase scene did not impress me. The most impressive part of this movie is this dude parallel parked on a hill in San Francisco in a stick shift Mustang without the e-brake. That was the most impressive fucking driving I've ever seen in my life. Because you don't know if you drive a stick shift. Lombard, thank you. Lombard Street is the windy
Street.
Yeah, is the windy
Lombard Street. Yeah,
is the windy. But yeah, like if you don't know, if you're in a stick shift and you're on a hill, as soon as you let off the brake, the car rolls back. Assuming the hill's steep enough, your car rolls back because it's manual. You have to,
you have to gun it. You have to gun
it. Or you learn the e-brake trick, which I do every now and then. When I'm parallel parking on a hill, I use the e-brake trick.
Do you guys prefer manual or automatic?
I've driven manual for the past 20 years.
95% of the vehicles made these days are all automatic.
Yeah, it's getting really, really sad. You can't get minis in manual anymore in the US.
Really?
Yeah, they stopped making them. Now it's all that fake paddle shifter shit. They can solve with that. And then Hondas you can still get with manuals. Hondas you can still get manuals, and I think Toyotas too. Toyota Subarus you can still get them in manuals. Anything Japanese you can still get in a manual, but British stuff not really.
Really? Because the big staple about British vehicles is that most of them are manual.
Right.
Like you learn manual like by default in the UK.
Yeah, it's on like your driver's test, right?
Yeah.
I tried to teach Pal, and it's kind of funny.
Oh, is she an automatic driver?
She didn't know how to drive one. It's everyone.
I don't know how to either.
Everyone gets scared because like, you're doing 2 feet, like you're letting a clutch out while you're gassing it. But the problem is like everyone, when they first learn how to drive a stick, as soon as they feel the car start moving, they let go of everything and the car stalls out.
Yeah.
Rather than treating it like you would normally drive, like an automatic, you just gently keep pressing the gas until the car keeps going. But like when people feel the car move in a stick, they let go of everything and then the car stalls out. That's usually what happens. And then it's like, no, keep pressing the gas. You got to keep rolling. You don't think you're 80, dude, it turns into like riding a bike. Like it becomes nothing. People used to be so impressed when I would drive like people home from school and stuff like that, because I would literally have like a cigarette, a drink, and like one-handing and shifting all in like rush hour traffic on a stick. And people would be like, what the hell?
You'd probably end up hyper focusing on your driving.
It does make you a better driver.
What I think would happen.
It does make you a better driver. You learn the concept of speed and control because you downshift to go down hills and all that kind of stuff to control the car.
You swat up on the tests as well to make sure you know everything when you're passing the driver's ed test.
Yep.
My dad tried to teach me driving on a standard. I'm like, can you just teach me an automatic like every other normal human being?
Well, I tried to teach Pal because, like, God forbid something happens to me and we take my car, and she's got to get me to like a hospital or something.
That's what Uber's for.
Yes, let me wait 10 minutes for the Uber guy to come while I'm having a fucking heart attack.
Eric, from what I hear in America, it's better than waiting for an ambulance.
Yeah. All of a
Well, that's
sudden,
why I'm
just
trying
like
to teach Pal so she could drive me to the hospital.
Yeah, you're just waiting for an Uber, and then you end up taking one of those that that like has like another passenger in the car, and you must wait for them to
dying
get off
on
their
him?
stop first.
I'm just dying on another guy in an Uber.
Wait, what if you Uber someone and it actually is an ambulance? You just Uber an ambulance by accident somehow.
Nice. Enough of that. Anyone have anything exciting? Everest, welcome back. We are glad to have you back here. We missed you. We're glad you made it back safe. Apartment looks great. Congrats.
I have one. I think you'll be happy with me, Eric.
Okay.
I've started finally learning how to use DaVinci Resolve.
Hey.
Because there's an important reason why. So if you haven't seen, Adobe is in quite hot shit right now over their recent terms of service changes, which, you know, says basically that they have the right to use your work for like their AI programming and stuff like that.
Everyone does that now.
Yeah. The community did not like that. And I am in that same boat where, I think it's time to switch now. So I've done my first project in DaVinci Resolve and it worked out pretty well. There's still some things I'm working out with it. And I've also downloaded a different photo editing software as well, GIMP instead.
Okay.
So like
are you liking DaVinci? Like are you liking
it's got its benefits and drawbacks. For one thing, it has this auto tracker for where if you cut things out, it will just sometimes automatically like slide straight into the slide together, so you don't have to do it yourself. The only issue with that is that it does sometimes take off some of the track on the video, which is quite annoying. So I turned that off immediately as soon as I noticed that, because that was just a bit of thing. It has a lot of features that are definitely like better than Premiere Pro. I think it's a lot easier to use for effects for sure. The one thing that I will say about DaVinci Resolve, it needs to have presets for cropping, because
I could agree.
It doesn't have that right now. Yeah, it doesn't have that right now, because that was another thing I liked in Premiere Pro. It doesn't have that in DaVinci Resolve at the moment, so I have to like write down all my crop presets basically somewhere, and then just have them like you know somewhere like on the side. Yeah. So, but at the moment it's still early like working. I'm slowly weaning myself off. I'm hopefully I'll get to a point where DaVinci Resolve is what I use primarily, and then I can just cancel my subscription to Adobe, because you're
gonna be saving like a lot of money as well.
£50 a month.
So upset with this Adobe situation because Pal is starting to learn Lightroom, because Pal and I are starting to do pictures together and stuff, and she's like barely starting to learn Lightroom, and she signed up for the whole thing, and then now there's this whole situation where it's almost like, and plus I'm so ingrained in Lightroom, like I've learned it to the point where it's like it'd be hard to switch to something new. But like I'm gonna see how this whole AI thing, because every company's doing this, like Ever said, every company's pushing some kind of like AI initiative or whatever, where they have access to this, that, this, and this. How much they're going to actually utilize is a different story, but
they have tried to elaborate on the fact that like they're not saying that they have a right to like all your work and everything like that, but it's just
even if you go to like a restaurant or a like entertainment something or other, and you take pictures at their place, sometimes like at my gym, it says we are, it just, everyone say like, we have the right to your place or your images if you did it at our location or whatever. So it's not,
right. And
it's
that's
unrealistic to expect that. Yeah, it's unrealistic to expect that everyone,
it's just
everyone's
like
going to pay you for your content.
They've said that like they have a license to your work. That's the thing that a lot of people went, no. Like, because that's my work and you shouldn't have access to it because you're just using your software.
Well, basically. What I mean, does it say what they have rights to use it for?
They don't. They're very vague on it. They're like they implement to say it could be used for like some of their like AI like algorithm softwares. It's very vague for what they're saying, and that's why a lot of people have been like digging up things that Adobe have been doing recently. And a lot of people are speculating this is like them trying to see if they can get ways to like make things without people, basically, like, you know, images and videos and stuff like that, without having like a third party basically in between. And that's why a lot of people are just basically I'm not having my work done.
Yeah, it's a sticky situation. We'll see what
happens.
happens.
I just don't want to be involved in it, so that's why I'm just gonna try and slowly wean myself off and save some money. You know.
Yep, that's the way to do it. Zenith, did you have anything exciting to share? Okay.
Sorry, I got 3 quick little things that I can share. So the first thing is I got myself well, because like I celebrated the making the plus program. I had a goal, a sub goal, where I have to get myself, because like we call, so you know how like the plus program when you abbreviate it's called PP, right? So for 3 months we were making PP jokes, but it's like, oh, you better keep the PP up.
Yes.
So I decided to celebrate my very first month being part of the plus program, where I would have one of my moderators, Damie, make me a golden penis trophy.
Oh,
yes.
no. Oh,
Come on.
So in literally a week we hit the goal. So
Nice.
hooray for that.
Oh my god.
Please don't share that on the.
I will not be sharing that.
Please share it.
No, I can't even show it on my own stream.
Fair enough.
I'm going to regret asking this. I'm going to regret asking this. How big a trophy?
Famous last words.
However big Demi wants it.
She's gotta be the one that puts her hands on it because she's sculpting it herself.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
She's got experience making this before, so like, great.
She has experience making these.
Yeah, like, oh, good.
I mean, she's an artist, isn't she? So she probably,
she sent me
has
a
like
picture
done
of this one, and it looks like a fucking giraffe.
Holy moly!
And it's got rhinestones on it. Like, why?
Why does it have rhinestones?
What?
Does it have spots?
Is it going to be vajazzled?
Yes, it's a vajazzled penis. So
P-jazzled.
So I got that. The other thing is I just created a VOD channel, because a lot of those big content creators always have a VOD channel. So
and Den is a big content creator, so yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then I didn't realize. So like, say if you guys ever have like a separate VOD channel, I completely forgot that like you need to, before you're allowed to upload any videos longer than like 15 minutes, you have to get your mobile number to be verified first on that account before you can just go ahead. And I think you can only upload like 1 video a day.
What? Really?
No,
I forget. I mean,
well, but the phone number?
Yeah, because like the very first time I uploaded a VOD, it's like, wow, you don't like my 8-hour video? What are you talking about?
Maybe it's because of how old my account is, but I've never been asked to do that once, and I've uploaded videos that are like over an hour and nearly 2 hours long.
Yeah. Or maybe because like it's like because you've already have been uploading videos for like many years though. Yeah, like they're fine with that, but like because it's a brand new account,
right? Okay, it's
so that's probably why they need it.
All right, yeah,
I remember having to do all that when I made the Good Friends account and the Good People accounts and all that stuff, because you have to like authenticate the thing, because the pods were 2 hours at 2.5, 3 hours at the time. So like, yeah, I remember doing that whole thing, but yeah, you got to remember to do all that, or else like your stuff's gonna go nowhere.
So why did you want to do all of that on a separate account? And
because
as opposed to just putting on your.
So I'm not like uploading all my VODs. So like there's some really good ones. Like for example, people have been really enjoying the RPG streams. Your character's still alive, by the way, Evers.
Hey.
How? I died on the first day.
Dysentery, right?
You're alive. We actually had our very first permadeath yesterday, and our first team wipe as well. So that's
my gosh. Well, no one had any faith in the, what is it? The positive group. What was how are the groups affiliated? Oh, that's right. We were the we were the good group, the good
The
I
good
hate
group.
to break it to
neutral.
you, but,
There was good, neutral, and evil, right?
Yes, we have Team Unga Bunga, Team Neutral, Team Doom, which is Team Evil, and I'm so sorry to report that Team Good has been renamed to Team Goodwood.
Nice.
I don't
Look,
know why
as long as we're
Everett should not
alive-
be surprised by
as long
any
as
of
we're-
this.
As long as we're alive, I don't care.
Yes.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
here to win. I'm here to
Well,
win.
the thing is, your party is like rich as fuck and has like the
Yes.
highest level characters.
That makes a lot of
So
sense
it's reflecting
now,
real
doesn't it?
life.
Yeah, reflective in the real life. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
except
on
I've had,
Millionaires
like,
Monthly.
I've had like 1% participation in this run through so far. So
So it's
It
spoken
wasn't
like a true
me.
CEO.
Yeah.
it wasn't me.
Yeah, you're just the person that's like, all right, I'm here to collect everyone's money, and then fuck this shit, I'm out.
Don't worry.
Nobody likes
Goodwood
the
is
tax
alive and well.
collector.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
so who died? Who died?
Lee.
Yeah, my brother died like 4 times, including permanently yesterday.
I was
Wait,
lurking on that
What?
one.
I thought you said a group wipe.
So yeah,
Who's the group wipe?
so all of Morgan, Davey, so basically half the party got killed after a big boss battle. Like, hooray, we did it! Ooh, it's a chest, and then they set up off a trap, and everyone turned into statues, and everyone was dead.
Wow. They got Medusa.
Medusa, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was great, but
The
I'm so,
Medusa has got them.
I'm so tired because like yesterday's stream I think went to like 9 hours, something like that.
Damn.
But anyways, so like my VODs plan on like having like some of those like unique streams up there. I plan on doing like my Paper Mario playthrough, Resident Evil 7. I don't plan on doing like a lot of my randomizers because a lot of this stuff like it's just better if you're there. But it just like a place for me to like keep some of my VODs there because like I know some of them actually go back and watch my VODs. So it'd just be nice to just have that. And one of my team leaders she said that having like a good channel to try and like get a bit of income or viewership can be like really good. Sometimes it pays for itself. I mean, obviously, like she's a Twitch partner and gets like tons and tons of views, but it's just something to consider as like another avenue of content. So I figured, well, why not?
Oh no, I
And-
have nothing against VOD accounts. I'm just surprised he had a separate one. Like,
Yeah.
why? What would be the benefit of separating your edited content versus your VOD content?
Because like a lot
I understand
of
large corporation type,
He is a
companies
large
that do
corporation.
separate accounts.
yeah, because
You know what I mean? Like Mythical Studios, like Rhett and Link stuff, or
Yeah, like-
Smosh or whatever. Like
well, a
they
lot of
have like
content
5
creators,
different
they ha-
accounts.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of them have like at least 2 accounts where they're like, "Hey, here's
Mhm.
my channel with like actual edited content." And that's the thing
Mhm.
is with my YouTube channel, I just don't have the time for edited content or at least
Yeah,
recently.
totally.
So, but with the work of some of my mod team, we're actually publishing highlights and they're going to actually post it to YouTube because apparently your shorts do better when
They do.
you're uploading actual videos to the channel and also uploading shorts because then it doesn't look like you're just a dead channel and just like here just shitting out shorts. Here you go. Don't really care about my YouTube. So
So you're basically ignoring your edited account and you're just putting effort into your
no,
VOD account.
I'm doing both. That's the thing because
Oh,
like
okay.
I'm
Mm.
uploading my shorts to the main channel. So like uploading shorts, uploading highlights are like 4 or 5 minutes of like good segments from streams.
Mm.
And then to the VOD channel on the second channel, upload like special VODs. This
Gotcha.
way we don't have like giant videos that are completely tanking my average viewership on the main channel. And just so that there's like a special place for it.
I guess, but anyone can go through and pick what video they want to watch. It's not like, and if you're
True.
but
this is just how I'm operating.
yeah, that's fine.
And the third and final thing is I've been eating way too many Dunkaroos.
Nice.
Wait. Did I hear Dunkaroos?
Yeah.
6-year-old Eric just chimed in and he wants to see the Dunkaroos.
Yeah.
Dunkaroo time.
I have Dunkaroos. I just want a dunk.
Nice. What
Wait,
Is
where's
that
the sprinkles?
pudding? Is that pudding or like frosting?
Nah, it's frosting.
It's frosting.
Frosting.
Wow.
Frosting's good.
Mm. Is it birthday cake?
Were you not around for the Dunkaroos, Evers, when you were a kid? Was that before your time?
No, my mom she wasn't very processed food.
I hear you.
She wasn't in that. She limited to a very, very small amount. We got like our sweet cereal was saved for like camping trips and vacation and stuff. Otherwise, we got things like
Oh, so you were like a Cheerios and
unsweetened
cornflakes?
Cheerios and cornflakes and
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I love how I actually planned on eating Dunkaroos on the podcast today.
The goodness of
The whole bit
Dunkaroos.
was
So
planned.
I don't know if they are like that now, but the thing with Dunkaroos back then is it was like little like I don't remember if they were graham cracker cookies or they were just like regular sugar cookies, right? But you got this little side thing of frosting, and you used to get sprinkles. I don't know if they give you sprinkles now.
Yes, there's like a sprinkle right here.
Okay,
Ooh.
cool. So
those watching.
they've stayed true to the original goodness of pure sugar for kids, and those things, dude, those things were immaculate trade fodder.
I
when
thought
you were
that
a
was what
kid.
cereal was.
That's why I couldn't
I
have
thought
any as a kid.
Yeah.
I thought that's what cereal was.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could trade I don't know if your guys' elementary schools had, but we had an ice cream guy. Like the guy would come out with a little ice cream cart and you give him $1 or whatever, and you get an ice cream. You used to be able to trade your Dunkaroos all the way up to an ice cream bar if you played your cards right. And the
Wow.
market was
That's
good.
awesome.
If the market
That's
was good,
awesome.
you could trade your way up to an ice cream bar from the ice cream cart, right? But Dunkaroos were goodness.
I've also had
so
10 of these in the last week.
I'm so disconnected from like what life is like under the age of 12. I wonder if there's that kind of bartering system in grade schools these days.
I would imagine so. But like the problem now, and I'm noticing this now, was one, I have friends that have kids now, and two, you go to the grocery store, like you cannot find the sugary high C anywhere anymore. Like the old high C juice box that was literally just colored sugar, you can't find that anymore, and it's so upsetting.
You raise a very good point, Evers. Like, for example, I'm just imagining kids these days, like, yo, I'm gonna trade you my skip the dishes gift card for like $10 in like a crypto.
What?
give me 50 and I'll give you my Uber Eats gift card.
How much?
Morgan says she's not sure. She was in a grade school from 94 to 99, and I don't recall us having a trading system like that. Well, then I don't know what happened to your
the
generation
90s.
of kids, because you were definitely missing the greatness of school.
I want to
'Cause-
say that like I didn't go to grade school, but I want to say that people definitely traded like food, like snacks or what was
'cause
in their
there was-
lunchbox or whatever.
So let's put
I
it
used
this
to
way.
sell snacks in high school.
Nice.
Yeah. I literally went to the corner shop, got them there, and I sold them all for like 20 pence more.
Bill,
So-
Bill, the entrepreneur. Look at this guy. But
Like cancer pop and everything.
no, so like you would always have that weird kid, right? That at school would like some weird nasty stack like fucking Triscuits. Triscuits are disgusting, people. They taste like shredded cardboard. I don't know who eats these,
Triscuits.
right? But there's
No, it's
always
like
some
Weetabix.
kid.
It's like
Well, how do you spell that?
Weetabix.
Yeah, it's
Triscuits.
disgusting. It's shredded cardboard.
What's wrong with Weetabix? I like Weetabix.
It tastes like
the-
shredded cardboard.
Yeah, the Triscuits, like a cracked pepper and olive oil is so good.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you put a little bit of seasoning on your shredded cardboard. Now you just have shredded cardboard with seasoning.
I don't.
Yo,
I
I
don't
would
mind
totally-
Triscuits. I don't mind Triscuits. But I do have to have a beverage. Like I can't just eat them. I have
So
to have
you
like
need a
some
chaser.
water or like. Yes.
Dunkin'
You need a
milk.
chaser for your fucking Triscuits. So,
What, have you-
but-
Have you never just put like mayonnaise on cardboard, Eric? Come on.
Man,
No.
gross.
Oh, gross.
Well, a little bit.
Absolutely.
No,
not.
there are no buts. I'll hear your butt. Go ahead and type out your butt. But
But
but anyway, those are just, but anyway, you'd always have some weird kid, and then you'd always have the kid that whose mom tried to make their kid healthy and would give them Triscuits. He would trade them up for some Doritos or something, like
nice.
yeah, that's how it worked. Good friends, good butt. The cereal part of Lucky Charms also tastes like carb. Yes, that tastes like shit too. I'm highly convinced that cereals like Lucky Charms, the unsweetened Cheerios and all that kind of stuff. I'm highly convinced that's all the leftover runoff of crap that they got from making the good cereal, and they just threw it in a box and they throw marshmallows in it to sell it. Like, I'm highly convinced that that's what that shit is, because those are disgusting. Honey Nut Cheerios, bomb. Strawberry Frosted Cheerios, excellent, right?
It means your taste buds are more acclimated to higher sugar content.
You have a sweet tooth.
No, my taste buds are higher acclimated to taste.
No,
as in tasting sugar.
If you have less sugar or less salt in your diet, you can start to taste like stuff with less sugar. It tastes sweeter to you or more salty to you.
Okay, I will indulge you in this. That is very, very true. This has nothing to do with fucking video games on a video game podcast, but
it never does.
I'll indulge you in this. Yes. I've noticed this over the years. Like, my sweet tolerance has come down a lot. Like, back in the day, I would scarf down one of those cinnamon, like, Cinnabon things, just fucking slathered in sugar.
The Little Debbie stuff?
No, the ones you get, the Cinnabons at the mall.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's literally like, do you want some cinnamon roll with your sugar? Like, literally, that's how it goes over there, right? I used to be able to down one of those things, no problem. I couldn't touch one nowadays.
They're so good. They smell so delicious.
I couldn't touch one of those nowadays.
Freaking, you walk through the mall and you can smell the Cinnabon place from like a mile away. Like, oh, there's a Cinnabon. That's why you get the little. Well, I haven't had Cinnabon in years, but like, you get the bites, not the whole roll, but like the bites.
Maybe me and Pal will go get some cinnamon bun today. Maybe we'll go get
your, you get your little like fix, and then
we're big fans of the pretzel.
I'm such an old
soul
health nut. I'm done. I'm done talking.
It's okay.
I'm embarrassing myself.
Right? You like cardboard? You know, you like shredded wheat cardboard. You like?
I don't like cardboard.
I like wheat.
Probably like it more than most people. Do you eat it plain?
I either get plain or banana flavored or chocolate flavored.
Wait, because I like the frosted ones.
I don't have those.
Frosted mini wheats are like the base is the same. It's the same Weetabix stuff.
I full on Weetabix.
See, frosted mini wheat, I like. I can eat frosted mini wheats.
They're delicious.
Yeah, I think my new favorite one's banana.
I did grow up on those.
Before we get into video games, what's the consensus on Cookie Crisp? What's the consensus here on Cookie Crisp? Do we like? Okay,
I don't know it.
Cookie Crisp.
I'm surprised
looking this. I'm looking this up. I'm looking this.
You look like you've tried all the cereal.
Crisp.
I do like cereal, but again, I didn't have opportunity to have much of it.
It had the wolf on the logo on it.
Yeah.
Love that. Loved it.
I don't think I've had. I maybe had it once.
How about Captain Crunch?
And I have no opinion.
Where's
Captain
Crunch?
It.
Okay, I don't like Captain Crunch
either. It freaking shreds my mouth. It shreds my mouth, and I don't think it tastes good.
Yeah, there's like a lot of sweet cereals I try to avoid. What
most
I do
cereals
like,
have
though,
sugar in them.
and I have no idea why, is give me the fucking Reese's Pieces Puffs. Thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of people like those. Yeah, that's not even weird.
That's normal.
It's good.
What do you mean about Reese's?
My cereal of choice was always the Rice Krispie treat. I don't know if they make it anymore, but there was a cereal back in the 90s that was called Rice Krispie treats, and it was literally, a serialized version of Rice Krispie treats.
I love
Cocoa
Rice Krispie
Krispies,
bars.
baby.
Okay.
Cocoa
I'm down for some
Krispies.
Cocoa Krispies. I have to be in the mood for them, but I'm down.
The rice equivalent of Cocoa Puffs, yeah.
Captain Crunch and
I
honeycombs.
think there's more.
Oh my god!
There's more chocolatey flavor.
Yeah, and you drink the milk. You
turns
drink
into
the milk,
chocolate
yeah.
as well. And just
Yes.
yes. Chocolate milk.
Now we're talking.
Yes.
Captain Crunch is like eating shards of glass.
I agree.
Remember the Simpsons? The Krusty O, like the silver fucking bladed Krusty O that was in the cereal.
Jesus Christ!
Everyone remember that episode? That's Captain Crunch for you.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Well, I'm glad you guys are all doing well. Everest made it, survived, safe travels. Congrats. Beautiful apartment
with cats. With cats.
Yeah.
With cats.
Yeah, we had two
the
cats.
cats settling in okay in the new place. No, they don't.
Oh, they're having a ball.
Cool.
They have so much running room and places to look out. So many windows. It was funny though because at our old apartment, the windowsill was wider and they could sit on the windowsill and look out the window. These ones are a lot narrow. They're no more than like 2 inches deep, which is like almost 5 centimeters. And so they jumped on the windowsill and fell down because they didn't know they couldn't fit them. But yeah, they're doing great. They're doing good.
Nice. All right. Let's get into some video games. We got a lot of video game talk today. Dill, I will not let you annoy myself or Everest, so we're going to bypass that top line for a short second here.
Oh, really?
It was only there for to annoy Erik.
He has
God.
absolutely nothing to discuss about this, but okay.
Yeah, nothing happened, just nothing but failure.
Yeah, that's true.
What's Zen's number 1 favorite game that he wants to talk about that was at the summer? Oh wait,
that's later.
I'm sorry.
That's
We're talking
later
about
on.
that later.
Yeah,
I thought you were
that's later.
talking about that. Okay, never mind.
Right now, Everest,
Never
you're in
mind.
the future. We're in the past, so we need to
I
step it
am.
back
I'm
a little
sorry.
bit.
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me who wins the World Series so I can make the appropriate bet and get rich?
Who wins the lottery,
The
Everest?
Giants.
Is it me?
Just kidding.
Nice.
Oh.
Now I know you're
Who's-
lying.
I like the Giants, but they have had a bad streak lately.
Yeah, is my team still a lottery team?
Okay,
Maybe a
what
yes or
the
no,
heck
maybe.
is Pogostruck? I'm looking this up on Steam right now.
So getting over it, Benefodi.
Uh-huh.
It's basically that, but a pogo stick.
Really?
Yes.
let's see here.
I started this game during my last anniversary stream. I got to about like 12% done with the overall first map. Someone spun the wheel of games that I have as a new feature on my channel, and it landed on Pogostruck. And I played that for like an hour plus. I got up to like I think 19% progression in that hour plus that I was on. And then out of nowhere, I fell all the way back down to like where I was at the start. So I was just like, yeah, I'm done.
I like how
Did you
one of the
play-
levels looks like Mario. Like they blatantly just ripped off Mario in one of the levels. Look at the Steam page.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard about the new it's not getting over it, but
it's the people
a
who
difficult
make it
game
over it.
about a difficult literally the title's a difficult game about climbing.
I have heard of it. Yeah,
I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
I
Yes.
watched Markiplier play it.
I did
Nice.
too. That video, he actually got further than anyone I've seen so far.
Let me see this. Oh,
It's so ridiculous.
he's like in
Yes.
underwear.
Apparently it's more satisfying. Yeah, but the guy in the pot we don't know if he has clothes on or not.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of water that comes out that pot sometimes.
Yeah.
Is
Why are
it
you
all sweat?
highlighting your one of your games that you played, Dill?
No, it isn't.
What? I'm sorry. What is this?
That's someone that obviously is having a little bit of fun. Whoever Anonymous Wolverine is.
No,
yes,
it
I
literally
saw that. I
says
saw
Big
that live,
Dill.
by the way.
If you look at the doc, it literally says Big Dill putting this in
It
there.
says Anonymous Wolverine on my end.
Yeah.
Wh-
so tell
whoever-
us about Pokemon Smart Jigglypuff Goes to College, Dill.
Guys,
Carry on.
what is Lop Punny?
It's a Pokemon that is very, very fan much a fan in the furry industry.
Lot Bunny. Yeah.
Oh, I totally butchered that. Okay.
It's
And now I'm gonna take that out. Bye bye.
Okay. Anyway, back to Pogostruck here. So, now I lost my train of thought. What does
Loppity has that effect.
Okay, steer us back here, Dale. Pogostruck. So,
yes. So, Pogostruck is basically just like a getting over it game, basically, but with a Pogostruck. And there's like 3 maps in total. And I'm still on the first one, and I'm like,
it looks more fun, honestly.
it's more fun, but it's also more soul crushing when you fall down and lose all your progression, basically.
because you make more progress before it's recoverable?
Yeah.
Or you make less progress before it's recoverable?
It's more the fact that the controls are very awkward. And it's the controls are very awkward because it's all like on keyboards, and the pogo stick doesn't stop jumping. Like it doesn't stop jumping at all. Even when like you don't press the space button. So like, yeah. So it's hard to control him.
So this is a game of reflexes, basically.
Basically, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
So like,
it looks pretty.
like how getting over it, Benefodi is all about the mouse. Pogo, so it's about the keyboard, basically.
Oh.
You know. Yes.
Are these the same people?
No, I don't
Okay.
think it is. I'll double check.
It's a different, it's a completely different like vibe and graphic set. And
It looks prettier than Getting Over It. I will say
it's
that.
made by a different person. Yeah. So that's it now.
Hendrix Felix Pohl.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, again, Rob Bennett 40 is made by Bennett 40. So, you know. But yeah, it was... I played like an hour of it and I was just done after that because I'd lost all the progression. And I was just like, oh, no.
Is it harder than Dark Souls still?
It's more infuriating to me than Dark Souls.
I feel like it has less control. You have less control.
You do have less control in it.
Interesting.
This is weird. So Steam says that similar games that I've played this game, like so Pogostruck, similar games, Terraria and Valheim, which I completely disagree with.
That's interesting.
That doesn't make any
Similar
sense.
game.
I got Cuphead and Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, I got Monster Hunter World as well.
See, Cuphead makes more sense because at least it's like, you know, a game meant to be challenging.
And apparently Zenith already owns this.
Hmm?
You think this is only this? You said that this is only 3 levels? That's crazy.
Yeah. And I think there's a multiplayer as well. And you can also see the cool thing about the game as well is you can see other people progressing through the map as well as you're playing. So like, you think if you're struggling,
so it's like Super Mario.
Yeah, so if you're struggling, you're like in the same space, but you see everyone else just going bouncing past you, like we have done this a million times, and then you're like, you bastard.
Does it have checkpoints? So like, do the levels have checkpoints, or is like you die, you start at the beginning?
You fall, you start at the beginning.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Yeah,
this ain't gonna be
so
fun for me.
There's no checkpoint. You have to literally get to the top, basically. That's why it's called Pogostruck, the roots of all evil, or rage with your friends.
Can you like put a group together and then you see everyone's progress that you're grouped up with? Like I wouldn't say that you're playing together, but like you're in a group and you get to see everyone's progress at the same time.
I've not really explored the multiplayer as of yet.
That would be cool.
I've just like done like the other stuff.
I mean, it's cheap enough. It's $7.
It is,
$7 on
it's
Steam.
like
everybody,
$7.
if you're interested in this,
so it's cheap. Yeah, it's a cheap game, and if you like difficult challenges, it's it'll be your game. I believe if you want to watch someone play it as well, CDog VA did a video on it.
This game's been out for 5 years, and I had no idea this thing existed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I first learned about this game from that content creator that I mentioned. But I'm pretty sure Markiplier also played it too. I feel like Markiplier played this.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
The Pogo game?
Yeah, the Pogo game.
Interesting.
Well,
that is Pogostuck Rage with Your Friends, $6.99 on Steam. You'll have to check for eShop and all that jazz, but I'm not certain. But definitely on Steam, $6.99. Steam Deck compatible or Steam Deck verified. So feel free to check that out.
Yep.
And then we have here. Oh, good. Pokemon Smut was removed from the.
Yes, I wonder who did that.
Okay, Pokémon Coliseum. That is Nintendo 64?
Nope. A little bit later than that.
Oh, GameCube then.
There you go.
Yeah, GameCube. Pokemon Coliseum on GameCube. Okay, Dill is reliving childhood.
Yep. This was unlocked during my St. Jude month. It was one of my milestones, basically, that I'd play this game. I feel like the first time in nearly 20 years, basically.
Is it a bad game?
No. I'd say this is one of the more darker, impressive Pokemon games.
Darker.
Like,
So it was like everyone's excited for you to play this game. It's not one of those games where everyone just wants to see you suffer play this game type thing.
yes.
Like,
this is
doesn't
one of
Zen have to do some crazy Sonic game now or something?
well, Zen still has to go back to Kaiser Wyamon as well.
I have a giant list of redemptions. If I can actually edit this down by today, I will share the list of things I have to do, but I'm booked pack until like September.
Yeah, next
September.
I thought
That's
next
how full
year.
my schedule is.
Man, I hope you finish Secret of Mana.
I hope you finish Sonic 06.
Zenith, look at the look of excitement on Zenith's face, everybody.
He's looking forward to playing Sonic 06. Morgan's looking forward to it. I know that. For
You
a
know
fact.
what? I want to play Sonic 06. I've been
I do
dying
too,
to play
actually.
this game.
Yeah, I do too, because I want to know why it was such a flop. Really badly want to know.
Is it because Sonic hooked up with humans? Is that what it is?
That's one of the reasons, I would say.
I mean, it's definitely weird, rightfully so. You would be like, this
Yep.
is weird. I don't want to play this, but like, that can't be it. I feel like that's, what is that, Rule 32 or whatever the hell that
34, mate, 34.
Zen
Rule
is so
34 of the
mad.
internet.
Zen is so mad. He's not even talking.
He's
He's
upset.
Zen is so mad.
Look at everyone. Here you go, right here. Zenith is literally just upset.
To be fair, he did it to himself.
He did.
This wasn't
He
something.
does a lot
this
of
wasn't
this shit
something-
to himself.
This wasn't something that like chat forced him to do or anything. He's like, nope, this is something I know I hate, and I'm gonna put it on here anyway. Like, I know I hate mayonnaise, but I'm never gonna put it as a redemption on a St. Jude thing.
Wait, you hate mayonnaise?
Oh, I absolutely
Oh.
detest it. It's disgusting.
Speaking of hating myself,
I hate it more than peanut butter.
When I was doing St. Jude, I had all these like sour candies. So have you ever had what is it, nuclear warheads? The candies or toxic
No,
waste?
I've
Yeah.
heard of them.
Oh,
So they're delicious. I
had-
don't know what you're talking about.
This
smog
and-
balls. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're pretty sour. So I put 5 of them in my mouth. I think I put 6 of them. And then someone redeemed sip coffee. So while the balls were in my mouth, I put coffee there, and then it tasted so gross.
Oh.
Coffee
And then I got
balls.
hit with this giant wave of sourness that
Small
was like
balls.
That's
almost paralyzing.
worse.
Oh.
That's
My
Jesus
face
Christ.
hurt afterwards.
Whoever did that is fucking brilliant.
My
Yeah.
money is it was
Brilliant.
Chibi.
I think
What
Demi.
an ass.
I say
What an
Demi, that sounds
asshole.
like
It's
Oh,
Chibi or
dude.
Demi that asked for this thing.
I didn't have
It
to
might
do
have been
that,
an
but I did it.
accident. It might have been an accident. Was it on purpose?
He read it wrong. It said drink
They-
water.
they
He
didn't
drank
realize that
coffee.
I would just. They didn't realize that I would just sip coffee while I was still sucking on sour
it was
balls.
an accident. So
So
Everest
I
laughed.
did it
Everyone,
another
Everest
4
laughed. It's
times.
okay.
And then I did
That's
another
funny.
4 times. So
Oh, so now everybody knows that it's a.
yeah, now everybody
Oh.
knows to say, "Oh, good, he's eating sour candy." Redeem sip cover.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
That sounds disgusting.
It was
Oh.
very disgusting. It ruins
That
the
sounds it.
sour balls every single time.
Now Zen will never taste coffee the same again.
Oh, the coffee's great. What are you talking about?
But okay, back to Dill's childhood nostalgia here.
Hi.
So okay, what's it feel like to go down memory lane?
Absolutely awesome. Like, this is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon games for a reason. And it's very interesting what they did with this game, like Coliseum and Execution's Darkness, because it was more the darker story compared to a lot of the previous Pokemon games, where like they have these thing called Shadow Pokemon, which are Pokemon that have had their hearts closed off completely through brutal experimentation from scientists, and like you have the character you play as basically has a thing called a snag machine, where you can literally steal those shadow Pokemon from trainers that have like corrupted them because they become shadow Pokemon, and then your playthrough, your journey basically is to like open their hearts back up until you can purify their hearts and make them like the Pokemon they were again. Pretty much.
This sounds like a Pokemon game I can get behind.
Yeah. It's very
Do
good.
you still go around and collect like
Yeah, that was
Barble?
my next question. Thank you.
So the weird thing is there aren't any wild Pokemon to encounter in this game that I'm aware of. As far as I'm aware, the Pokemon that you get are Pokemon that you snag from the trainers. So you build your team with entirely shadow Pokemon, pretty much, that you snag from from other trainers, which is interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a lot of questions now because you've actually sold me on because like I've been going back and forth trying to play one of these Pokemon games, and all of the traditional ones just bore me to death.
I recommend Coliseum and Gales of Darkness. Those are the two that are from the GameCube that are like golden gems.
Okay, so Coliseum. So is it the same type of combat? Like you?
Yep, same. It's still a Pokemon game, but the story is a lot more intriguing to me than a lot of all the Pokemon games, I would say. And the concept of Shadow Pokemon is a very intriguing thing, I will say. And I think I'm on the final chapter already for the game, after only starting it like 2 days ago.
How long is this? Like, how long is this game?
So I've got 12 hours clocked in. I've just got to the final chapter.
About 15.
Yeah. But the only thing is that the level scaling for the trainers that you take on for the team, I think they're called Cypher, who are the people who are creating Shadow Pokemon, scales up in the last chapter massively to the point where I've only ever beaten the game fully once because they are that hard to beat, basically. So, like, at the moment, I've been going to a point where, like, I'm handling everything fine. Sometimes the Pokemon trainer gets a bit overleveled, but I have strategies to, like, continue for that. The final chapter is where everything scales up to, like, the hard difficulties, pretty much.
Do you still fill out a Pokédex?
Yeah. You do the Pokédex, so you can. You have this.
Is it luck of the draw which ones you end up collecting?
There's a PDA which tracks all the Shadow Pokemon that you encounter throughout the entirety of the game, and you basically can look at all the ones you missed, and I think go back to them after like post game and try and capture them again, pretty much. Yeah.
See, I'm intrigued by this. So Pokemon Coliseum, we're gonna go travel to the aquarium here and see what we can do with the Pokemon Coliseum. We're gonna give that a shot because all the other ones just bore me.
Yes, I mean, the thing is, I'm about to get to the point now where I am going to have to start grinding my Pokemon levels up because the final boss is not easy. That's all I have to say. It's not an easy one. There's a reason why I've only beaten this game once. In the dozens of times that I played it as a kid, there was only one time I beat him, and that's it. So yeah,
I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna add it to the list.
Yeah,
the list is getting pretty massive on my end, but I'm gonna add it to the list. I've got a goal this year.
Yeah.
Did you finish Doom?
Did you finish?
No, that recording is coming like this week, probably this upcoming Wednesday. I'm gonna go and finish that recording, and then we're gonna go probably jump to Final Fantasy 16 and start making our way through that beast. I'll go on about it when is my run here. But Pokemon Coliseum, that is a GameCube game. So
yep. And once I'm done
hope
with
your pockets are deep.
I'll probably start Gale of Darkness next, which has Shadow Lugia in it.
That's the XD one, right?
Yep, XD Gales of Darkness. And it's one that I wished I owned myself, but I don't currently.
Was that also a St. Jude redemption type thing?
Yes. That was I think my $200 or my $300 one, which I hit. So I'm also playing that for that reason too.
Actually, did you talk about St. Jude last week? Because I didn't hear what everybody got. I didn't hear what everybody's tallies were.
We'll let the gentleman share. They did really well.
My total was $324 raised in total.
Yeah.
I hit 3 milestones, and I donated $24 myself because I swore 24 times whilst doing St. Jude stuff.
There you go.
Most of them Elden Ring.
Yeah, feel free to share it too, Zenith. Your numbers there. Your St. Jude number.
My numbers? I raised $2,530 for kids.
Yeah.
Get it.
A collective 3K among these two. Congrats, boys. So that is Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD. They are GameCube games, and they are only available physically right now. So I hope your wallets are deep, or
we can't do that.
thing, they'll ban us.
Yeah.
They're for whatever strange reason, Nintendo's actually starting to monitor that stuff. So we're just going to behave.
Sounds
and not
like
say
maybe
anything.
they might be know something that we don't.
Mm.
Hmm. Mm.
They don't like making money. That's what we know.
Or maybe they plan on making money very soon.
Oh God.
The new console release.
All right. Zenith has Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Are you finishing it up, or were we still doing redemptions?
So I've actually invested a lot more time in Paper Mario than well, because I'm trying to like unwind a little bit from St. Jude. I've been very, very tired, and even then, I think that you think I would be resting since being done with fundraising. No, I've been working my ass off pretty much to the point where like I'm missing shows. I haven't really had. I've been sleeping less. I've had a lot of hard work going on, but I have spent my streams mostly playing Paper Mario. So I'm on chapter 6 now, and the more I play this, the more I realize how much love was put into this game. And it's really, really cool. They did a lot of things that actually improves the game that from over the original. Because like there's so Eric, what is the biggest nuance with Paper Mario Thousand Year Door that bogs down the experience?
It's
And I'm talking about
always
the original.
It's almost always the traveling like back and forth, or the backtracking aspect.
The
of that game.
backtracking. The thing is, this game actually finds a way to limit that by adding certain things. So I'm not going to spoil for anyone that hasn't had a chance to play it, but they've managed to cut down a lot of the back and forth kind of travel.
They've streamlined it a little bit.
Yes,
made
because
it more linear.
Sure, backtracking could have been like a more popular thing back in the day because like a lot of developers could get away with that, but like nowadays, if you're like you'd be scrutinized for having a game that has like a lot of backtracking, because Paper Mario Thousand Year Door used to do it so much to the point where they started making a joke out of it. I actually have a clip that I've just recently posted on TikTok that shows one of the stupidest ways to try and make the game take longer. All right. So first of all, if you don't want spoilers, feel free to take off your headphones or walk away. But basically, there's a part of the game where one of the NPCs has to say "I love you" 100 times.
I
And
remember this.
well, it is still in the original, but at the same time, I knew that part was coming up. And so what I've done is I had a little chat redemption where a viewer got to jump on voice call with me. So this poor lad, he hops on and he's like, "Hey, I'm here." I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna get you to help me with some voice acting." He's like, "Absolutely, sure." I'm like, "All right, so I want you to do the voice of this guy." So I have a TikTok out there. I uploaded to YouTube Shorts, but for some reason YouTube didn't like it. But I'm not gonna really talk about that. But so I made him say "I love you" about 100 times, and yes, the game says the line 100 times. So I tortured the poor soul. and
now they're never coming back again. Just kidding.
Well, yeah, basically, that little
there's some truth to
TikTok
that
right
statement,
there.
apparently.
Yeah, if you want to see exactly what happened, that TikTok is pretty much the extent of what happened. The poor guy was tortured.
Wait, did you do it on purpose? Oh, you ass!
I did it on purpose. I knew it was coming on.
You ass!
Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this here.
Go for it. I'm gonna unmute the stream.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna go fire up the browser here.
Is this gonna be in the recording?
I
18,
have
19,
been
20,
adding
20.
them to the recordings. If
It should be, yeah. Yeah, perfect.
takes a little legwork, but we've been making it happen. Just bear with me here, folks, while I add these get this clip here up on the.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on YouTube or like it in a highlight or clip or whatever, there you go.
Oh, look, it's Zen's head.
Oh wow.
It's
Zen's
Zenith's head.
hair.
Look at that hair.
Thank you.
Oh God, that's not looking good at all.
I mean, you can zoom out, I think, by like
oh,
holding
no, I just
control
gotta
and
do-
mouse wheel.
Hit the screen there. There we go. Let's go ahead and let's
Look
do
how
this here.
look at that smug face.
Yeah.
Look at his
That needs
smug
to be an
face.
That needs to be an emote.
I knew exactly
That needs to be an
what he was getting
emote.
himself into.
Oh.
I love you.
You can speed
love
up.
You. I love you. I love you.
Hmm?
I love you. I love you. I love you.
You just tortured this poor kid.
Yep.
I love you. I
This
love
is
you.
image
I
speed.
love you. I 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 love you. I
Faster!
love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Faster!
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Faster! Let's
I love you.
go!
Who was this?
I love you. I love you.
Was this a rando?
I know who it was.
Keep going!
I love you. I love you.
Keep
But if you look at
it is
his
Jody
description-
Street that's currently in chat
Yeah.
watching the podcast.
Rest in
Literally,
peace,
it's
Jody.
literally-
Feeling,
Why
Jody,
would
with
you indulge
feeling.
this man?
I love you. I love you.
Sound
Okay.
desperate,
He
sound
likes
like you're
pain.
crying, sound like you're bawling.
Because that's the kind of person that
Your
Zen
love needs
is.
to be to
Like,
watch
yeah.
me, Jody.
You gotta fight fire with fire.
If you want to overcome Zen, you
Unbelievable.
must become Zen.
There you go, everyone. Legend of Zenith over on TikTok. Go ahead and follow that account.
Yeah.
Just don't go do his.
Oh.
Just don't indulge him on
Don't go
stream.
breaking my heart.
There's one little part that I couldn't include in the TikTok. It was where, hey, so what happens if my Switch crashes and I have to reload my save? And he just panics.
No.
God. I love you. I love you. I love you. He would do it again too, which is the thing.
He
Thank you
would,
for that,
yeah.
Chibi.
Yeah, I was like,
Um,
sorry, I'm not convinced. I need you to do it another 100 times.
I actually jumped off Paper Mario, so feel free to kind of keep detailing some of the stuff here now that you're. I'm gonna guess what pretty deep into the game.
You're at chapter 6. How far are you?
Honestly, I
sounds-
think
sounds
I
too
stopped
far.
at the tower. I don't think I went past the tower yet because I jumped back on something
The
else.
tower.
But what is it? The castle with the dinosaur.
Yeah. I will say, Eric, that basically if you are a fan of the heavier music, it's a real treat. It's such a real treat.
Right, because they
It's-
modified the soundtrack for this, right? Like it's new tracks.
Yeah. It was like pleasantly surprised. Like a lot of stuff actually really fits some of the locales. And they did like a great job. At first, like I didn't quite appreciate it enough, but like the more I got further in the story, it's like, yeah, this sword actually really fits. Yeah, this fits the mood. Then it's like, yes. Oh my god, is this Doom? Yes.
In Paper Mario.
Yeah.
That is, I know we talked about it last pod too, but yeah, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is one of those special games that just was the right place for the right time, and it was really, really, really good.
What a
Yep.
fun, relaxing game for you, Zen.
Well, yeah.
Good
but
timing.
I am doing this little thing for him.
Oh God, why can't you just
Oh, yeah.
enjoy
Oh, yeah,
video
yeah,
games
I
like
know
normal
this.
people?
I wanted to do a thing where I have chat vote on which badges I can use only one time.
Oh, you talked about this. I remember this.
Yeah. And it's actually not too bad. I'm not struggling because I don't know, I'm just really good with the super guard. I can't do the freaking multi-bouncing worth my life, but
Is that a timing thing?
Yep.
yeah, because it's like a total of 2 frames where you have to completely deflect and attack back your opponent.
Hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, either receive 12 damage or deflect it back to you. Yeah,
I have a
it's fun.
very interesting question in the chat here. Erik, Zen is normal, question mark. So, I will answer this question.
No.
You want to know why?
Dill
I'm
is
not
wrong.
normal? I live for death. And as a matter of fact, my shirt...
Game over.
I love it.
Why so many chickens?
Because that's a lot of cocks.
Fair
It's a lot
Oh
of cocks
my
still.
God, you just had to.
Death by cock.
But
Okay, so no, okay, to answer question. So here, Chibi,
Pokemon
I will
back.
indulge in you here. I've spent time with Zenith on numerous occasions. You know, every time I've been in the physical presence near Zenith, I have spent time with Zenith. And Zenith is one of the most normal individuals that you can actually spend time with. It's actually crazy, right? Because you see this guy on stream and he does all this stuff to torture himself. But when you're in a bar with him and you're just having drinks and chilling and relaxing, he's a completely normal individual.
he really is. I met it.
He's fun. He has,
a couple years ago.
Everest can say the exact same thing.
And TwitchCon.
Yeah.
I
The more wasn't
Wait,
was it
briefly, so
TwitchCon?
I
It was
don't
more
know.
recent, or was it?
You were a redhead when I met you at TwitchCon.
Damn.
Oh, the redhead era. I remember the redhead
Yeah.
era.
I actually had someone come in. I had someone come in to chat on a stream like a month ago. And like, I miss your red hair, and I was like, okay, well, do you want to pay the $150 to get my hair dyed every 6
Not
to 8
cheap.
weeks? And he's like, nope, ain't worth that. I was like, yep,
Not
that's
to
why
mention the-
that's why
Not
I
to mention
stopped.
the the $50 shampoo to keep it red so you don't like wash it out or whatever.
Yeah, you
Um,
have to like wash your hair in cold water and make sure that the dye doesn't
Yeah.
bleed out. And red is the worst color for bleeding out and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. But Zenith is one of the most entertaining, normal, fun, relaxing individuals I've ever had the joy of spending time with. And
Thank you.
Cool.
Everest is the exact same way. Everest is very laid back.
I'm the
chill.
opposite. I'm the opposite.
Dill is the opposite. Dill's a little weird. I will just say Dill's a little weird, but
I'm fully aware I'm the opposite. And if you meet me, if I'm on with you one-on-one,
Bring a leash and a spray ball.
Yeah. Yes. No, I'm not joking you. If you meet me one-on-one, I will immediately get comfortable with you and I'll go full like feral mode, basically.
yeah, but
if I'm in a crowded room, if I'm in like a bunch of people in, I will be normal. So like
I have had the honor of spending time with all three of these
House
individuals
in
in
me.
person, and
yeah,
always a fun, amazing time to be around all of
it's
them.
always the British one.
Aren't I like fairly normal on stream too? Or am I pretty
You're the
different?
reserved
I don't
one,
know.
Everest. You're the reserved one.
Yes, you are the reserve one. I agree.
You're the
I
voice
saw
of
how
sanity for
unhinged
these
Everest
us
was
three.
during Tears of the Kingdom, so I beg to differ.
Well, to be fair, it's Tears of the Kingdom, so I don't blame her for that one.
I got him on first try.
Good job.
I killed Ganon on first try.
Ganon
you did
Dilf is
it?
down.
It was so misleading. Like
Oh,
having
wait,
that.
hold on. All right, continue.
There you
Oh.
go. Now you're on screen.
Spotlight me, baby.
Spotlight it.
Yeah, we wanted to feel poor by looking at your fancy place.
Stop. I did. I killed Ganon on first try. It was so frustrating because you go in and you see the what's the centaur? What's his name? What is he?
The Linux.
The Lionel.
Is it Lionel or Linux?
Yep, Lionel.
Lionel.
And you're like, oh shit, I have to fight one of these, and then I have to fight, go through a bunch of other stuff, and then fight Ganon. And then I took Eric's advice. I went around the corner,
You found it.
back try. It's,
Yeah.
you don't have to. And I think that technically you could just like fly past him and climb up the wall and go the other way as well.
Possibly.
But like it was so like disheartening to be like, oh, I have to fight this guy, blow through a bunch of food and buffs and all this stuff, or did I have to fight Ganon afterwards? I got to Ganon, I was like, all right, it's gonna be a challenge, right? Let's go, and beat him first try, like no problem. I was like, well, that was, I I don't want to say disappointing, but I expected it to be harder. That's the sound. I expected it to be harder, and it wasn't.
That's impressive because it took me probably a good hour.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Nah, not quite. Maybe 30, 40 minutes.
There you go. That's
Kind
better.
of, yeah.
That's
I
better.
over prepared hardcore because I was
that's
like,
what
I don't want to get
If you-
into this.
Yeah, if you go for all the shrines and everything like that, you're pretty much well prepared for it.
Yep, 100% shrine.
Yeah.
So I had like some 38, 37 or 38 hearts, and
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
so that it definitely made it a lot easier, but like I definitely went in thinking it was going to be harder than that, but it wasn't. But then again, I was super prepared, so
You have this, I'm
tried-
not going to lie. You have this tone of like disappointment in your voice about this whole thing.
not really. I think there's harder bosses on Witcher that I've had to kill than this guy.
You sound so disappointed. You sound like someone that went and collected all 900 Koroxis just to find out that it's just a golden turd.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
That's what I was
that's
telling,
wild.
because a lot of people, when they knew about that I was doing the full shrine, they're like, "Oh, are you
Oh.
doing all the Korok seeds?" And I was like, "No, because I know what Nintendo does. Nintendo puts these crazy achievements. Like, and do you get a fancy sword? No. Do you get some kind of unlimited buff? No. You get a poop.
Feces.
You get gold feces.
And I was like, that's the most bullshit I've ever.
And that's why in
doing
Tears
this.
of the
It's not
Kingdom,
worth it.
a lot of Koroks got sacrificed.
It's not
because
worth
they
it.
know, they remember.
Okay.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, Nintendo and their obscure words. Hey, 100% this, and you get feces. Hey, 100% this, and we'll give you a free prostate exam. Freaking Nintendo.
You finished the whole game though, right?
Yeah, with I got all of the shrines.
So what I want to know now, this is your moment to shine here. There's a couple questions I have to ask for you. So you did that whole part where you have to fight the waves of enemies.
Yeah.
Right. And then did you get that like uplifting, like let's go when spoiler alert, the party you got separated for came back to like help you fight everybody? Like, did that like lift your spirits at all or get you hyped up anyway? Because that had me shook.
It was really cool. I wasn't shook because I expected it, because you jump off the cliff and then it says at the bottom like your party's been like something about like you don't have access to blah 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 at this point. I was like, well, okay, they're gonna come back eventually. And then the cutscene came in. I was like, oh, here's that moment, like, you know. But it was great. It was a great moment. All the cutscenes are really fantastic. Yeah, it was a good ending. Not quite the ending that I wanted, but it was a good ending.
Not quite the ending, but is it the ending you expected?
Yeah, it was the ending I expected. It just wasn't the ending I wanted, because the fact that
you don't want Link and Ganondorf to kiss?
Oh
no, I want Zelda and Link to kiss. There's obviously love.
Was that what you were not happy about?
Yes, they're like hunting. They're hinting at love this entire time. Like, you really care, like, because in the cutscene is like, you really care about this soldier, don't you? And they're like, yeah. And she like looks at herself. She's like,
but then again,
I guess I really do. And then nothing happens.
Yeah, it's kind of
like Link gets around.
Like Zelda was like, yes, congratulations, my knight, my good short king. There. All right, I must be going now. You go back to tailing my skirt. Whatever. Maybe we'll give you sniff my undies for your
let's hear,
hard
because
work.
I want to hear the opinions of the ending here. So I'm going to ask Miss Producer Morgan in the chat here. Are we okay to spoil this now? Because it's been over a year and a half now.
Biggest spoiler alert warning. Wee.
Has it been
Are we at
a
like
year?
a year and a half for this?
Yeah,
game?
over a year now. Yeah.
Are we clear to spoil this? I will give spoiler alerts, but are we clear to spoil it here? We'll give her a second. Okay, Morgan has given us the okay. Okay, spoiler alert for Tears of the Kingdom if you have not completed this yet. So, Everest, I did the thing backwards where I did the
I wondered how the story would line out that way. I know what you're
I
talking
did the
about.
glyphs out of order. So, I did the I got the Master Sword before I did the last glyph. And and then or I did the Master Sword before I did the Zelda glyph. And then so I went and I hunted down the sword, and I found out this sword is on top of a dragon, you know. Spoiler alert, the Master Sword is now on top of a dragon flying in the air.
Hold on a second. So, could you technically do that glyph first?
I don't necessarily know. Maybe. Possibly.
Like, because you can technically do the glyphs in any order that you want to. They
right,
don't
assuming you have the
specify-
resources to survive the area to get to it.
Right. They don't specify, oh, do it in this
Right.
order. They're just like, oh, here, find these
Right.
places and go. I can't, somehow, I don't know how this happened, and maybe the game planned it this way. Because I don't know if it's possible to do this one earlier. But that happens to be my last glyph.
Okay.
Which one?
And I hadn't
The
got-
Master Sword one or the Zelda glyph?
The dragon one.
Okay. That's the Zelda glyph where you find out
Yes.
what happened. Okay, so here's the big spoiler alert. This is basically the ending. Spoiler alert 1, 2, 3. So I did it out of order where I did the Master Sword and I found out the Master Sword was on top of a floating dragon in the air. And then I was like, oh, this is awesome, right? And then I did the Zelda glyph after. And then I was shook by the whole thing. And I got like, I teared up almost during the whole thing because you find out Zelda makes the sacrifice and becomes the dragon.
Yeah, my heart dropped a little bit. I was
Right.
like, I think you can go back and look at my VOD, but I was like, what? No, this isn't how it's supposed to happen. No.
Right. So Zelda sacrifices herself with the Master Sword and becomes the floating dragon up in the sky that's holding the Master Sword. And I was shook. I was like, oh, crap. But I remember I did this in our Discord, the Good People Discord, where we all chat. I was like, guys, if this dragon comes to help me fucking fight Ganon, I'm going to be complete. And then
And it
these
did.
two gentlemen
It
who
did.
had already went through it kept their mouths shut. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And that's what happens. You are fighting Ganon in the segment that Everest is talking about, and then you take Ganon on in the sky, and this dragon comes, who is Zelda, who comes and helps you fight Ganon in the sky.
That actually was more disappointing than the actual Ganon fight to me because I feel like
What?
that part would have been harder. No,
It was cool.
cinematically, it was amazing.
It was cool.
Oh, okay,
the-
thank you.
The fight mechanics were not.
Okay.
It was like,
That's fair.
go down here, slice a bit. Okay, you get kicked back up.
Yeah,
go
I don't
back
think
down,
that was
slice
its
a bit, go back
intention.
up.
Yeah.
I think
I
it was.
know, but
I think it was more of like one
you're
of those
fighting
fluff battle. I think it was a fluff battle.
You're fighting
just-
one of the strongest, most powerful enemies in the game.
Mm.
Not the hardest, but the most powerful.
it's
And
a
all you have
fluff
to do is
battle.
just slice and dice with the Master Sword.
You've already done the hard bit. Now you just
Yeah,
basically
it's
fighting
definitely
the easy bit.
it's definitely a fluff battle that's there for the cinematics and just to make you feel good
Mhm.
about everything
Yeah.
you've
Yeah,
been through.
totally.
Like that is the
I might-
reward for the journey.
I need to go back and watch Everest's father because I want to see Everest's reaction to the health bar bit. You know, the health bar
when
bit.
it dropped. Yeah, when he
Uh,
permanently removes hearts. Yeah.
Yeah. No. When Ganondorf goes into his second phase.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh shit.
And then the health bar's like, is this going to stop? Is
Yep.
this going to stop?
Oh,
Is
I
this
don't
going to
remember if I
stop?
I don't remember if I said anything. I'm curious to look back and see like, oh, did I? But did I?
And my reaction was like, oh, fuck.
But yeah,
Ah!
the
I
dragon
was like,
segment.
oh, that's really big. Kappa.
That the
It's so
dragon no, the dragon segment in Tears of the Kingdom is one of the most rewarding, I think, epic episodic things I've played in any Zelda game.
Yeah.
The big thing for me is like it cracks me up how these like big adversaries like main, Ganon or I can't think of any other big bad boys in any other like video games, but like they make just the dumbest decisions.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like I've been defeated. All right, we're gonna turn into a dragon that can't really do much except
Heat of
float
the
around.
moment, just like last resort, whatever the fuck shenanigans go on.
I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's his Hail Mary. The dragon is this is Ganondorf's Hail Mary.
Well,
I'm
he
sorry,
didn't know what
Ganondorf's
kind of
Hail Mary.
Yes,
Dilf.
Ganondorf. That's the real name.
Yeah,
what
Okay,
kind
Stanley.
of power
In reality, he just wanted Link to drag on these nuts.
Nice.
Nice. But yeah, I'm glad you finished it. That whole adventure
Yes.
is over.
It was
Done.
my last stream before. I was like, I gotta fight him today because I gotta pack up my
Did
my
you feel empty when
computer
it
and
was done?
move.
Like, did you get that empty feeling when it was done? Where you're like, what do I do
Yeah.
now?
No, not really. I felt like I did the game justice and I played the game the way I wanted to play it. I think that if you feel empty, you feel like, oh, I still have more to do, but I
Right.
don't. And so
Yeah.
I felt like I'm done. I'm good. I'm ready to move on with my life. So
Yeah,
I did.
I had the same feeling. I was pretty satisfied with the ending and
Yeah.
all the journey that I did with it, honestly.
Yeah, I was satisfied with every aspect of it. And I know I was very rough on the game when it first released. I was like, I don't know
You
about
were.
this, guys. Like, it seems like the same shit. Like,
But
nothing new
me
and
and
impressive
Zen
here.
were just like, no, keep playing. You'll eventually get there.
But yeah, it's a. I don't think it has the same impact on me that Breath of the Wild did. And Breath of the Wild just turned my world
Breath
around.
of the Wild
in terms
just
of Zelda.
completely did a 180 on like
But
Zelda.
Tears of the
didn't it?
Kingdom does everything that Breath of the Wild did better.
It's
I just
definitely
think-
polarizing. It was definitely polarizing.
Right. The
The
storytelling
whole
is
Breath
just
of the Wild tactic.
incredible in Breath of the Wild. Storytelling is phenomenal. Breath of the Wild. I'm not
Tears of
sorry.
the
Not
Kingdom.
Tears of the
Tears of the
Kingdom. I'm
Kingdom.
sorry. Tears of the Kingdom. $69.99 Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
Did you have anything else that you played, Everest, or were you pretty much just that and then moving?
It was that and moving. But I
Yeah.
will say that my next game, for those that are interested, will be Dragon Age Origins.
Hey, that was the Morgan
Ooh.
recommendation.
Yes, it is. I'm very excited.
I'm going to
Because,
probably ask you a question later about some of Game Fest then after we've done all these games.
Yes, I am
Yeah,
very excited for it.
I thought so, yes.
We'll talk about it later.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
It's actually coming at a really good time playing this game with the new release. But anyway,
Yeah, perfect timing.
yes.
All right. I'm sorry, Zenith. Did you have anything else? I know we kind of jumped to Everest when we talked about Zelda, but were you good?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just like the only other thing I had on the list was I beat Mario Sunshine 100% on crowd control. It was so painful
Hey.
that Twitch chat actually helped me get some of the last few shines, because at that point I was like, guys, I'm so fucking done with this challenge. I just want to go. I'm done.
And what challenge that even Zen's just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, because like Mario Sunshine is it's fun. It's a great game, and as a matter of fact, I actually
Don't
hope
discourage me from playing it because
I
I'm
hope
totally
that
kind
Mario Sunshine actually gets a proper sequel.
of. Don't discourage me from
Holy
playing
shit,
that game.
The controls are broken.
I really want
It's
to play
so
Sunshine.
janky. You
Mm.
should definitely
Even the
play it.
remake. Even the remake.
There's no remake.
They didn't remake
That's
it.
all right.
They released.
ported
They made a Switch port.
A
Yeah,
temporary
all they did
port.
was they just gave it widescreen and maybe touch up some of the visuals. It's not really a
And
remake.
it's still janky.
Yeah.
The Mario Sunshine remake is what happens if is if Nintendo personally asked me to do it. I'm like, here you go. Here's the best that I can do.
Boo.
Is the 3D collection thing or whatever, 3D All Stars or whatever, is that still on Nintendo Online or is it completely
no.
removed?
It's
You
gone.
have-
It was a 6-month exclusive. Hang on.
Yeah, you probably have to either try and buy it from someone that hasn't, or if you're lucky, see if there's a store. Fun fact, I actually bought this game a total of 3 times, and I tried to give 2 of them away, but the thing is the people didn't want it, so now so for a while I was actually stuck with 3 copies of the same game.
Those
So
go
I ended
for a
up
pretty
getting-
penny, just so
Oh.
you know.
Yeah.
Those physical copies go for a pretty penny. Like, don't go to GameStop and give them the money.
No. Just
Yeah,
put it on
go
eBay.
put it on eBay. You'll make a pretty penny.
Yeah, especially like
Not
if
selling
you're
mine.
2 years down the road, you'll make bank.
It's already shot up in price. I was looking at it the other day.
Yeah.
Because I ended up doing the same thing you did. My physical copy did not show up in time for me to play, and then I went and I bought it online. So like I have the Switch store copy and then the physical copy just wrapped up in a wrapper
Okay.
sitting there. Which I don't even know why I invested so much in that game. It wasn't that impressive. The collection, I'm not talking about Super Mario Sunshine in general. I'm talking about the collection itself. They did nothing new with it. They didn't do anything special with it. It's just they slapped 3 games in one cartridge and slapped it in a box. And they were like, here you go, have
the only
fun.
thing for Mario's 64, they, if anything, improved the UI graphics to make it look nicer. Mario Sunshine, you know, like I said, is they made it widescreen and they touched up some visuals. Actually, as a matter of fact, Mario Sunshine got the most love out of the entire collection. Whereas for Mario Galaxy, they literally just did nothing but here, you can have button controls if you wanted.
Yeah, literally.
I got it, but only because I didn't have the originals, so I figured
I
might as well pick it up.
got it because I didn't have Sunshine or 64, so I just thought, fuck it, get it.
Yes. Dill was too young to be there for the N64 and GameCube days.
I felt
even I was kind of there too, but
GameCube I only had 3 games in total that I got on it, and that's it.
I watched my cousin play Super Mario 64, but I didn't actually play it myself. But even that was a little bit like old for it wasn't. It was too. But that wasn't an age thing necessarily. It was my mom doesn't like video game types thing. So, I was around it, but
for my 12th birthday, I asked for Kirby Superstar for the Super Nintendo, and my mom disappointed and it excited me at the same time. They give me a Mario 64 with a Nintendo 64 for my birthday instead.
Hey.
I was like, this isn't Kirby, but it's look at this shiny new console.
Yeah.
I think I've shared this story numerous times on here, but like one of my gaming memories, my core gaming memories as a kid is being in line at a Blockbuster at the N64 kiosk and hearing Mario talk for the first time. That moment of gaming is literally ingrained in my brain and never goes away. Never goes away.
That's so cute.
That's actually would have been a good question to ask, really, wouldn't it? What was your core gaming memory?
That is a core. I have a couple of them. That was a core gaming memory.
I have a few too. Yeah.
This one isn't as
good ones.
This isn't as impactful, but there was something that keeps staying in my mind about going to Toys R Us, and they did not have the games on the shelves. They used to have like copies of the games, like cardboard boxes in little sleeves, and you used to pull a ticket. And then you would take that ticket to the register, and then they would send you over to a separate little booth, like customer service booth, and the guy would get your game. Much like they do at Costco. When you go to Costco, you have to like pull the cardboard box thing, and then you take it over to the thing, you pay for it, and then they send you to the other little room, and they get you your stuff. That's very much how Toys R Us used to do it.
Rest in peace, Toys R Us.
Toys R Us is back.
It's not the same.
It's not the same, no, but it is back.
It's so not the same.
What? It's I didn't know it was back.
Toys R Us came back.
They're in Macy's. If you have a Macy's in your area, they're in the Macy's stores.
Do I have a Macy's?
It's basically a toy department with Toys R Us branding. That's all it is.
Yes, there is a Macy's nearby. That's not the same. They need their own building.
We actually still have a fully functioning Toys R Us not too far from me.
Wait, what?
Because you tie it in
just an actual individual store. Yeah. Like I used to go there and I popped in every week for like half a year looking for a copy of Rock Band 2 for the Wii.
Nice.
And sure enough, after half a year, I managed to buy in. I wanted to play the drums.
They're just like, the employees are like, this fucking kid is back. Watching Rock Band 2.
You may as well just get a copy to this kick and stop. I mean, I was like 21 years old.
Durian, that's even worse.
That's okay. I thought you were a teenager, but that's okay.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend at the time, she was like, "Can we stop walking into the Toys R Us?"
And your brain's like, "No, I must get it."
That's when you reconsidered your whole relationship.
When we did get it, my girlfriend and I we played all the time.
Nice.
Like she was on guitar, I was on drums. So fun times.
That's wild.
We were good.
That is Super Mario Sunshine
Randomizer.
Oh, Dragonfly.
Oh god, imagine that.
Oh, what was it again? Crowd control. I'm sorry, Super Mario Crowd.
Yeah, crowd control.
Sunshine crowd
Not
control.
crowd control this time.
Okay, so myself, I have a gaming thing, but it's not necessarily a video gaming thing. So, Pal and I have gone like head first into this whole Dungeons and Dragons thing. We're getting ready to start campaign number 2. We're going bigger with this campaign. Our dungeon master is now 3D printing things as we speak.
Ooh.
Scenery, the whole shebang. But let me tell you how far we've got. Let me tell you how far we've gotten into this thing. We are now frequenting the tabletop gaming stores and looking at dice, like different sets of dice and which ones to buy. Pal now needs a bag for her dice.
Oh no.
Pal went on Etsy and bought a set of dice.
Oh.
But it's the cutest little set of dice because there's little pandas in them, and she loves pandas. So she has her own official panda dice now. I am now sitting in my favorites. There is a page that is literally selling a $70 set of Legend of Zelda dice. And they're green, and all they have is a Triforce on them, and I'm contemplating paying $70 on these things. But I'm actually having a really good time with it. I really do enjoy the Dungeons and Dragons thing. It's really awesome.
Have you seen like these? Do you follow people on like Instagram? Because I get these like really sick looking like setups that people put together with these crazy ass tables and like
the video table. Like, have you seen the video table?
I haven't seen the video table, but I've seen like it's like deep set.
Mm-hmm.
So that there's the tabletop, then you take the table slats out, and you end up with this like set in portion of the table where you put like buildings and trees and
my buddy who is the dungeon master,
all kinds of stuff.
My buddy who is the dungeon master has the table.
Nice.
So like I will talk. I believe the company's called Windworm or Winterm Gaming. I think it is
something like that. There's like a dozen different.
Yeah,
now
but they're like the key ones.
Now.
They made the table for Critical Role and all that stuff. These guys, you would think, oh, this is it's a table, right? But this is not an IKEA table. Like this thing is made with high quality wood. It is sanded. It is finished.
And it's built to like $2,000 or something.
Yeah,
for these kinds of tables.
I asked him. I was like, "How much was this table?" And they said, "Easy 4 figures, easily a 4-figure table." And I'm like, "Jesus Christ, dude!" But it is gorgeous. The table is beautifully finished. It's designed in a way where you could put the wood slats, like Everett said, on top of it, and it would function as your dining room table. You can have Thanksgiving on it, whatever. And then when you're done with Thanksgiving dinner, those slats can come off, and you can get into your campaign.
I want one. I mean, it's cool for the D&D aspect, but you can play like any board game.
Well, I was talking to Pow about it because, like, if Pow and I are talking about moving in together, it's like I kind of want one of these. Like, so we not just for Dungeons and Dragons, but we could play like any type of board games. Like, Pow likes board games a lot.
Totally, and they're making board games so crazy and intricate, almost like a collector's type thing with like expansions and stuff. Like, think like Settlers of Catan or whatever, where they have like 5 different, and it has like the felt thing, so your pieces don't move around and blah blah blah. So I want one for myself, honestly, someday.
But yeah, to roll back to the point you were talking about, like the elaborate setups. I saw this one where the guy had a video tape, like a video screen on the tabletop.
That's ridiculous.
It was like a lava scenario. And this guy, like lava with molten rock and stuff. And the guy had like a video of lava flowing on his tabletop. God. And then he had the 3D printed like lava rocks and stuff on top of it. It's insane.
That's crazy. People taking this to the next level. In a good
I'll
way.
share some with you guys when I get back on the phone here. I'll share
because it might inspire me to do something because I'm supposed to be doing something similar.
You're kind of jumping into this world a bit too, right, Zenith? Like you were kind of like working on stuff.
I'm planning on making a Zelda-inspired DD that's dumbed down, where anyone that doesn't know anything about D&D can easily jump in without having all these books and all this. Like, here's your stats, here's all these books, here's the lore. blah blah blah. No, it's just Zelda, simple, let's go.
And then, yeah, like I hope you can come. We'll take you to a place, Zenith. I'm going to talk about it right now here.
Right.
Pow and I ventured to this place called Geeky Teas and Games, and it's teas as in drink, like tea you drink.
Wow.
So it's basically a large building, and you can rent out table space, and they have pretty much a wall full of board games that you can pull off the shelf, throw on the table and play. You're just renting the space. And they also sell all your accessories, magic cards, which we'll get into in a second, magic cards, dice, they should sell all the stuff, right? It also doubles as a cat rescue. So they have a separate room that they do cat adoptions out of and animal adoptions. And the cool thing about this place is they run entirely on volunteers.
Huh.
So you volunteer your time, you work in the shelter, and then you can go out and work in the games part area too. So it's all volunteer based. I don't know if this gives them any kind of thing with the city where, they get tax write-offs or whatever, and they're allowed to stay in business that way, because it's their prices for renting and stuff is very low. It's like $5 a person for
That's
the day.
cheap. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't know how they're doing it. I'm assuming it's because they function as a shelter and it's almost like a charity kind of like, thing. I don't know. But it's a great organization.
Do they sell tea?
Yeah, they sell teas. They have
They
snacks.
probably make money off the food and stuff too.
Yeah, they sell snacks, all of this stuff. They sell your magic cards, your other accessories, Pokemon cards, still for the Pokemon lover in your life. They sell
I'm
all
not actually
that.
super into Pokemon cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the games.
Just the games and,
But yeah, Pow and I finally took the time. We went over there, we rented some space, and we played. We tried playing this Marvel board game, like Marvel Comics board game. That's very, very elaborate.
Oh, I know that one. I've actually played it.
If you know how to play it, Pow and I might get on a Discord call with you sometime this week or something, because we couldn't figure out how to play it. It's very complicated.
I wouldn't remember because I was looking at my buddy and be like, dude, I just want to play. I just want to kick your ass as the fucking Incredible Hulk. I don't.
Yeah,
why
exactly.
do we have all these rules?
Yeah, it's very, very hard. But so we got a little frustrated with that because we were on a time frame. We only had the table for so many hours until someone else had to come. But so I was like, you know what? I got an idea. So I went over to the shelf and I bought us a starter deck of magic cards. They have a starter pack. And you get 2 decks for $20, I think it was. And Pow and I sat and I taught her somewhat how to play Magic.
Oh my gosh, you've dipped your toes into a very deep pool.
Oh, I got rid of all my cards years ago when I did my first move out of my parents' house. I got rid of all those cards. And now they've slowly started kind of creeping back onto this bookshelf, and I don't know how. So what we've done is we're going to be very, very restrictive with this, and we're just going to really do the online thing and only get a kid. Like, we want to go get the Fallout packs. There's literally Fallout based magic cards, and we want the Fallout set, but it's like we can't fill up the house with cards. Like, we have enough stuff. So we're going to try to stick to the digital aspect of all of this thing, or we're going to get enough cards to build up one good deck and then get rid of the rest of the cards. But we've been slowly dipping into the tabletop stuff, and it's been a lot of fun. Pow really wants to make an effort to go back to this place that we went to and start, hanging out with the people there, start, making friends with some of the other players, because players can jump in and out, of your games. And you kind of build up that community aspect, you go down and I'm going to see my friends on Wednesday at the so-and-so and we're going to go play, those kind of situations. And it's a lot of fun. And then Dill, I went and I relived some of my childhood, and I dove headfirst into the Super Mario RPG. This was one of my favorite games growing up. It still holds what's the word I'm looking for? It still holds up today. It was a turn-based RPG with Mario characters and world and branding. And it was made by Squaresoft, who was now Square Enix. in partnership with Nintendo, and it was just re-released on the Nintendo Switch earlier this year. And it's so damn good. They've done so much stuff with this remake. Is this a remake or a remaster? I don't know what they call it.
I'd say a remake, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because a
remake,
remaster
probably.
would just be a port that's got some like HD stuff on it, but then the remix are actually reworking the entire game, and making it look like it belongs.
The
on that
interface
platform.
is definitely different.
Yeah, the interface is definitely different. But they've done stuff. They've done stuff to this that, and the original Super Nintendo game is good. It's great. But there's some elements in that game that were restricted by technology at the time, of course, things they couldn't do. Now they have the 3D technology, they have the 3D animations, they have the cinematics and all that stuff they can do. And they've brought so much life to this game that it made me fall in love with this game all over again.
Good.
The stuff, the characters like, God damn it, what's the puppet's name off the top of my head?
Gino.
Gino, thank you, Gino. I was thinking Geppetto for whatever goddamn reason, but it's Gino.
That's a different brand entirely.
It's different branding entirely. But yeah, Gino, and then you had the fluffy, Marshmallow. And then Mallow. And then all these characters, and they've done all these things. Like Gino in the game is a puppet that you meet. You don't meet him, but a kid has a Gino puppet in one of the buildings in one of the towns, and then in the middle of the night Gino comes to life and he's like becomes a playable character. Before, you just see a little 16 pixel star kind of like touch Gino, and then you see Gino get up and move. In this, they did a whole cinematic thing where the star hits Gino and it plays a little cinematic movie and everything, and it really brought that whole part of the story to life. Then you have elements like the triple attacks and the special attacks and all that kind of stuff, which they've added cinematics to, a la Final Fantasy, and it just looks really, really damn good. There's a lot of elements in Super Mario RPG that showed up in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, like the timing attacks, hit A to bonk on the head twice and things like that. That all showed up in Paper Mario.
Well, that's where it came from, right?
Yeah. And stuff like that. It's one of those games where which one do you play first? Do you do Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, or do you do Super Mario RPG? Super Mario RPG, I think, is geared more towards a younger audience, I would say. It's more geared towards a younger age group. But it does the storytelling so well that I don't think you can go wrong with either game. You would not be disappointed in either one. If you have $60 and you can only pick up one, either one will satisfy you with the price you're paying.
Yeah, because like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door actually has some dark undertones.
Right.
So, yeah, RPG is probably like easier to do. It kind of, well, actually, both games are pretty easy, but
yeah,
there's something I want to say, but I can't.
Spoilers.
Don't.
I won't.
Yeah,
these
are fresh. We can't spoil these.
But no.
I haven't played either.
Talk to me when you play more Paper Mario, Eric, because I'm just like,
It's next on the list. I've got my list built up here. We're gonna finish out Doom. I'm like 1, maybe 2 playthroughs away from finishing Doom. We've got Super Mario RPG that we're finishing. I've got Paper Mario lined up. I've also got Undertale lined up. Undertale is now on the list to finish up before the end of the year. And then these
I
two
know
fine.
That let this just be an indicator that we are literally in the half of the year, or
That's
like
true.
50% through the year at this point. So,
like I got stuff I got to get done. I got games I got to get done.
get your shit together.
Yeah, I'm working on it, guys. Right. I've got literally, if you look at my like howlongtobeat.com, I've literally got like 8 games going right now. It's insane.
Like, what the hell?
I don't
Eric?
understand. I don't understand how you can do that. I can't.
Like, what the fuck, Eric? You have to defeat Mog so that you can play the Elden Ring DLC.
Yeah, it's true. Mog. Mog.
Elden Ring.
Who's Mog? Zen, who's Mog?
So to thank
I'm not
to
explaining that one.
I'll close out with this here.
Moog.
So thanks to these two gentlemen over here
Hi.
and this lady right here, this fantastic
Hello.
individual, they have challenged me to finish Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. They did. I haven't even played Elden Ring.
You should play Elden Ring.
You encouraged
Join
them.
us.
You
Join
backed
us.
them. That
Join
was
us
enough.
playing Elden Ring.
So
A what?
you backed them. That was enough. You're like, yeah, go do Elden Ring.
Oh. Well, I
like,
did say that it's one of the more friendly
Yeah.
from soft games.
It
Yes.
is. I agree with that.
Well, if friendly is me going to see Margit and getting literally butt pummeled 43 times this week, then yes, Elden Ring is very, very friendly.
43 times.
It's friendly in the sense that if you come across something that you don't want to do yet, you can leave and you can do something else.
That's basically what you should be doing. At this
Okay,
point.
so
That's
I don't
why.
think it was quite 43. It was probably more like 20. But let's
Okay.
go
That's
talk
more
about
realistic.
Margit a little bit. All right. So we're on Project Margit.
Mm-hmm.
I have taken my time with it, and some of the butt pummels have been just me taking the butt pummel just to see the pattern and see the approach that the Margit takes.
Good.
I am now at the point where no, we can't fire Zenith. I am at the point where I can get now to where he has about a quarter health left, and I can do that comfortably. So I'm thinking at this point, it's a leveling thing. Like I don't have enough health or I don't have enough something to get through this. I think. Or my weapon is just you can't spell Margot without Ram.
Hey, Eric, you Margot this.
I Margot this. You guys are just gonna throw puns at me. Boo, I don't like that pun. It's hard. And I understand that it's hard. And like I said, it's one of those things where it's like, maybe I'm not doing this at the right place, right time. Maybe I need to level up a weapon more. Maybe I just I did learn that I don't always have to like your heavy build. You don't always have to have the strongest weapon on you at the given time. Because most of the time, the strongest weapon you have available to you is also the heaviest weapon.
Yes.
It's a game of balance. So like you put the heaviest weapon on you, it's the strongest, but then you can't flip, you can't move efficiently. So I got myself down to like a medium load. And now I can move around, I can jump, I can backflip, I can do all kinds of shit, and I can parkour around this bastard. And a lot of it is just timing. It's just like learn the attacks when they come, when to move, roll away, roll towards, roll back, jump, run. And it is literally just one of those games where it's just repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Learn. And then it's one of those things. And I think we talked about this a couple pods back. It's like, if you feel like you are not good at games, it is okay. Not everyone plays at the same skill level. These two just breeze through this shit. And I don't know how.
I've done 3 playthroughs of Elden Ring so far, so I don't know.
I don't know.
I was going to say, you just kind of learn.
Yeah, you just learn. That's all it is. When I went back in, I hadn't played the game in about 18 months. It was like riding a bicycle. As soon as I got in there, I was like, I can now kill you in one shot. Boom.
And this is one of those things, too. This is one of those games, again, I know we've talked about Elden Ring numerous times on this show, but it's one of those things where it's like, I do not like these type of games to stream. I do not like streaming these games.
That's fair.
Because I feel the pressure of, God, I fucking suck, and these people are wasting their time watching me die.
Yeah.
You kind of
like,
learn.
But they enjoy the sound,
you kind of learn to
don't disregard
ignore that
But
and
here's
just
the
like
thing.
play the game.
Here's the thing about when you play those kinds of games, yes, you're feeling the pressure. Yes, you're feeling, oh my gosh, these people are expecting me to learn, and they're just kind of just like laughing at my demise. But the great thing, as someone that's played all the Souls games and Elden Ring on his channel, every
Did you play
time you
Demon Souls?
succeed,
Demon Souls?
not on stream, is like
Okay.
when I didn't even have a YouTube channel when I played
was
Demon Souls.
Was it 2009 Demon Souls came out?
Yeah, that's a PS3 era.
Yeah.
So basically, I when you actually like overcome the odds, or when you surprise someone, like you actually get like a whole bunch of hype from people. It's like, hey, we were here, we saw this, GG, holy shit, you did that, or oh my gosh, first try, let's fucking go. And then you feel like God.
You do.
There's
Absolutely do.
There's two sides of the coin. Like, there is pressure, and there are people that come in saying, "Oh, this guy wasn't that hard."
Oh, because God's not using the right.
But then you have the people who are like in there with you. You know, they're in with the frustration. They're in with the blah blah blah, and then they're cheering you on when you win. So there's both sides of the coin there.
Exactly what Ever said.
Yeah, and that's the part that's the part I always feel pressured about, and it's I try not to listen to what people say, right? Like, if I don't have to, like, I try not to focus on it, but like when you're in this position of like you're streaming and you're putting on, I did this with the Dark Souls 3 thing and I was just embarrassed beyond belief and I turned that shit off. But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel this pressure and it's like, the guy's like, oh, you're not very good, or like, get good. It's a skill thing. You know, there's a skill issue here. It's like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I just want to try to get through this. You know what I mean?
For me, like if anything, like if you did say like a video, like much like what you did for Spider-Man or Super Mario Wonder, and did a thing where myself and everyone who was anyone who's available and like sat there and watched you play it, then maybe it's like, okay, so after this, have you tried maybe using this strategy? Have you tried like backing off after a couple of hits? Make sure you manage your stamina, and whatever kind of like tips that can actually like properly help you. And because like the thing is, I was sucking so bad at Dark Souls, I was not getting anywhere. Enemies were kicking my ass, and I had a guy that's been watching my YouTube videos and is still hangs out in my streams, and also have done the alerts, the music alerts for my streams. He did a Dark Souls YouTube series of actually giving me tips and tricks of like, hey, here's what you could do in this situation. Hey, this is how you have to play, because enemies in these games are going to be unfair. But if you be unfair yourself and find a way to cheese things and use the game's, like limited kind of like AI memory or movement to your advantage, you can find certain exploits to help you gain the advantage. So you can exploit the game as much as you want. You don't have to play fair. So, true. And it really helped me along with figuring out, like, cracking the code of like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and whatever, those kinds of games, because there's a certain pattern to it. Once you figure it out, it comes naturally. So baby, we can help you figure that out.
After 300 attempts, you start seeing the pattern in your brain and anything. Now I get it.
So you guys
only have to get to 300.
Yes, that's the law.
Well, you guys kind of spoiled it for yourselves here, because I had this wild idea in my head. I was like, what if I actually make it to, what is her name? Millennia or whatever her name is?
Millennia Blade of Mikola. Sorry, I have that in my PTSD brain.
So I was gonna have this wild idea.
Tries, Dill.
So what does it do?
21 with a summons.
I'll leave you guys with this here. So I had this wild idea. If I actually make it to Millennia or whatever her name is, all right? Millennia is the last one, technically, right? She's the last boss in this game?
No.
No.
It doesn't work that way.
Millennia is technically an optional boss.
But she's just hard as shit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can hear me out here. I was like, let's say I make it to this Millennia, right? And I'm like, okay, the shit's about to go down. That's when I turn the game off right then and there. And then I gather up you three, and you can watch me actually do this.
Oh, I'll be freaking hilarious.
And you like, that I hope you guys, Super Saiyan it up for me and get me hyped up to get through this thing.
Yes.
We're going to be in this shit together.
I will literally give you a walk down of all her weaknesses, and it will probably still not be enough.
That's that. So we're gonna get all hype. We're gonna hype Erik up for this whole thing. We're gonna record it, and then we're gonna throw it up on the YouTube for you guys. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyone has anything else? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm fully expecting. Well, the DLC comes out in less than a week. Miyazaki has said himself that the DLC has bosses that are on par to Millennia.
Oh God.
So, and I'm playing it in a week's time. I'm playing it in less than a week's time. It comes out I think the update for it comes out 11 p.m. on a Thursday in the UK. So, I know what I'm doing on Thursday night.
Well, we'll know what Dill talks about on the next pod.
I'll probably be like, my eyes will be completely like bloodshot, and I'll be just like, I've heard that freaking catchphrase 1,000 times.
Yeah, but that's what I've got going down for everybody. We got Doom, we've got Mario RPG, we got Final Fantasy 16 coming back up, and working on Elden Ring in private.
Yes.
Let's see what happens. Does anyone have anything else before we go on break?
Nope.
Need coffee.
Nope. You need a coffee? I need a refill too. I need to drain and refill. So this is Good Friends, Good Games, and we'll be back shortly. Guys, Everest has scared Dill.
Hi.
Dill is now scared.
I've spooked him.
Dill and I are enjoying our beverages. I have a Sprite Zero Sugar, and Dill has a Pepsi Mango Max.
Yes.
And it's like, what's the sweetener in there? Says Everest. What's the sweetener in there? Oh, it's aspartame. That's a carcinogen. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Ah, shit. I've been drinking this for years.
You know what? I should be, because the girl's going to be a doctor in 3.5 years.
I mean, I know for a fact that, like, on the weekly shop, I'll probably object now to getting this stuff.
Yeah, when you live in a mega mansion like Everest does, you will know a thing or two about aspartame.
With sparkling waters on the all in the fridge, just like all there.
LaCroix. There's only LaCroix in his house.
The anti-aspartame started with my mother, actually.
Perrier, guys. Perrier.
What is Perrier?
Oh, what's the other one I had?
Sparkling water.
Really liked?
Oh,
yeah. What's the other one I had that I really liked? Crap. What is it?
What are you talking about? A beverage?
Yeah. No, it's like Perrier, but it's another one, and they have like the flavor.
Oh.
It's been around a long time.
water.
I know what you're talking about, and I can't think of it either. Fuck.
Pellegrinos. Thank you, Pellegrinos.
Oh yeah, San Pellegrino.
Oh, Pellegrinos. I thought you were talking about like the flavored, like the shit. What's it called?
Like
LaCroix or
right?
whatever.
No, well, Pellegrinos were like around before LaCroix.
Yes.
So like Pellegrinos were the flavored sparkling waters or whatever.
And they now have like more sugar than I expect Pellegrinos to have.
They've also started doing zero sugar ones too, but now I got to look at those.
I am curious about it.
All right, Everest, Dr. Everest will look that up.
Dr. Everest is making us healthy.
All right, while Everest looks that up, we had the Summer Games Fest thing. I'm gonna not lie, I watched some of it because I'm not a fan of Jeff Keighley.
That's fair.
I'm not a fan of this guy anymore.
Yeah, a lot of I've noticed in like the last year, ever since like layoffs started happening, like a lot of people have been kind of just like dude, now is the perfect time to say something, but the best time to say something about the layoffs would have been yesterday.
He did say something about it, at least in his speech. He did actually mention it. He did.
Can you recap for us?
So he basically highlighted the tough times that a lot of developers are going through, and one thing that I respect about his Summer Game Fest, which is why I think it was a lot better, was that he highlighted a lot of indie devs that basically we've like lost, and indie devs that are like who are still around. And the Summer Game Fest highlight a lot more indie games than it did like AAA games this time around, which is pretty good.
Call me crazy. Call me crazy, but could it be because the big devs have nothing to show? Well, that's not true. Well, that's not true. Xbox kind of came swinging.
Xbox basically won the entire showcase, like in my personal opinion. So like, but even then, Xbox had a few like indie games in there as well. I'd say it too.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a look at it here. For you and the panel guys in the panel, there's a link in the live chat that has everything.
Everything and more.
All right, let's go through some of the major stuff here. Were there any major announcements that really psyched you guys up here?
I have one for sure. This is why Xbox won it for me. A new Doom game. A new Doom game though. Doom the Dark Ages. I saw that and I was like, holy shit, it's Doom. My brain was just like, yes,
more Doom, yay!
So
this sounds
back
awesome.
in this world.
I'm excited about it, but I'm still kind of just bummed. Like would have been even more excited if they didn't do what they did to Mick Gordon.
That's fair. I agree with
like,
that. Yeah.
No one can ever replicate what he did.
No. I mean, it does sound good, the soundtrack
Yeah,
of it, but
that's
it's
great,
not
but
Mick
it's-
Gordon's flavor, you know, like the little pizzazz that he puts on this stuff.
Okay, Xbox has revealed Doom: The Dark Ages, a third installment in ID Software's modern Doom reboot. Dark Ages sees the infamous demon defeater shoot and blast his way through a world of seemingly inspired medieval scenery. It'll launch on Xbox, PS5, and PC, and Game Pass.
All platforms. Yes, that's something that Phil Spencer highlighted actually as well. He wants to make sure that everyone plays these games, no matter what platform they're on.
Okay, so
Which,
without
that's
spoiling any of this,
Mhm.
Did Doom Eternal like lead to this thing, or is this just a concept that's coming
This
out of
is
left field?
a prequel game.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, now I'm excited.
There you go.
Okay,
He wasn't, and then he was.
Yeah.
damn. I have mixed opinions about Doom. Ever's heard all my mixed opinion, my angry rage opinions about Doom. I do not think Doom is a bad game, but I do find it very frustrating.
Basically, Erik said, "I'm too old to play video games now." No, I'm just kidding.
There's some mild truth to that. My reaction times and stuff aren't the best. And on top of getting old, I'm limping all day today. I've been limping all day today.
Are you okay?
I have I don't know how you say it, plantar fasciitis or whatever. You'll know what I'm talking about, Everest. The fucking foot muscle thing where my foot will just like be in pain for months and never go
it's
away.
not the muscle, it's the fascia. Hence the fasciitis.
Erik is now Limp Biscuit, but without being a biscuit.
Yeah, seriously, I'm just limp.
That's a tough thing to get rid of too.
It
Sometimes
comes and goes.
Sometimes it has to do with just using better orthotics. Getting better orthotics in your shoes can help with that issue.
Yeah, like have you ever gotten like any of that Dr. Soul stuff?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I've done all the drugstore ones. I've done the like the higher end shoe store ones or whatever. I think now I just need to go to a doctor and have my insurance like get me prescribed ones, and then just cut them and put them in shoes. Like it's just one of the things. Which old people, thank you, old dudes. You can still wear your Vans. You can still wear your Doc Martens. You can still wear the shoes you like to wear. You just have to go put insoles in them. You just have to find, the right insole that works for you. And
I am 100% gonna be wearing Vans till the day I die. I'm sorry, Adidas. My Adidas shoes.
Oh, what's your Adidas of choice, Everest?
I like the court shoes.
Okay.
The ones that are just the classic leather, 3 stripes on the side.
Okay.
Like basic Adidas shoe.
I wore Sambas for years. I've been wearing Sambas for years, and I can't find Sambas anywhere now because the kids buy them up.
Yeah,
getting rough out there.
I hate shoe shopping so much because I can never find a pair of shoes that actually fits my feet. Where I actually have like worn down calluses on all of my toes from wearing shoes that are just not big enough because I have these really weird wide feet. And
I had this conversation in stream.
Yeah, and I still try and like wear like shoe size bigger, and it's wide, and it's still not enough.
You said you have wide feet?
Yeah, wide feet. I don't have big feet. I have wide feet.
Yeah,
I have long feet.
I have like wide-ish feet. I have wider than a normal person. Like I shot for wide shoes, but I've seen people with wider feet than me, so I'm kind of like somewhere in the middle.
The one good thing about having wide feet though is that I have like impeccable balance. Like
you and me both, dude.
I mean,
because you have nowhere to roll over, like, and lose balance.
Yes.
Your foot just takes up mass real estate on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to like tightrope like a couple things before, and I'm just like, how the hell am I doing this?
The other thing, I don't know how the hell they're doing this, is we got another Assassin's Creed coming. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, call me crazy. I actually am intrigued by this one.
Yeah,
I'm actually intrigued. This is the one that takes place in Japan. And you're like a samurai and you do the whole Assassin's Creed as a samurai. Sounds legit. Sounds good.
Yeah.
We got any opinions about this thing here? Or are we
It
just looking?
looks good, though I don't agree with what Ubisoft's doing with like withholding content behind a paywall, basically. Yeah.
It's not required.
And it's not required, but they're holding behind like certain like missions and everything like that behind like higher paywalls on the game.
I don't care as long as it's not required to progress my game. If
I'm
it's
kind of the
bonus,
same way about it.
No.
if it's bonus content, then it's whatever.
It's bonus content. It's just like, why not put all the content in the base game? That's really all it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it like get this cool piece of armor or whatever? Like,
yeah, literally that.
Because if it's like, I don't know, if it's like a quest or whatever, then that would get kind of upset.
I'm not a fan
like,
of that.
No.
But if it's just like a piece of armor or a sword or something, I don't care.
Well, it's a piece of armor. The piece of armor and there's exclusive missions that they put behind like a higher like payment, basically. And it's like $30 more, I think. For
I mean, just look at every.
Okay.
Just look at like every single MMO on the market these days. Buy this bonus expansion pack and you pay the collector's edition and you get these free items or you get these items or whatever. This is a long thing that's been happening for a long time, and it doesn't surprise me. And then I don't care.
Yeah, thank you. I will like to buy some collector's anxiety for $30.
That is really pricey for some collector's crap.
I would like to spend $40 on a DLC that actually has $40 of content, please.
It's not worth it because, like, yeah, you're not spending that much time in the game. So why would you want to spend that much more money for something that doesn't hold any true value to the game itself?
People will.
I know they do, and that's their problem, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm intrigued by it, but like Assassin's Creed has this weird track record right now where it's just like hasn't been very good.
Here's what's cool. Here's what's cool about it. So technically, it's a single player game, but you can play through the game on either two of the characters because they have two main characters,
right?
Each with different fighting styles. You've got your traditional sneaky assassin, hide beneath the shadows,
the shinobi,
you know, behind the scenes type combat or whatever, and then you have your more upfront, you know, face-to-face combat type
samurai
play style as well, which it alienated a lot of the. I mean, it gave conflicting views about the Assassin's Creed games because the past couple of games were more of that, especially in Odyssey. It was more of that face-to-face, like brute force type combat, and people are like, well, this isn't. I'm not an assassin here. This is an Assassin's Creed game. And now they're kind of bringing the best of both worlds into one, which I think is a good move. Bringing kind of a different way to play the game. So I do, I like that approach that they're going with it this time around.
Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued by this one. I might actually, pick this thing up and see how it plays out. I haven't touched Assassin's Creed in years.
Josh's favorite like games here, like it's like in the top like 5 or top 3 even. Is Assassin's Creed, so I'm kind of
which
like a specific one or all of them,
like the series as a whole.
Okay, there's a whole. Okay,
but he did not like the last one that came out,
Valhalla. Oh, was it Mirage?
No,
Mirage.
He liked Valhalla. He didn't like
the last one.
Mirage,
right?
Because it was flat and the story was kind of garbage.
I think Mirage was a DLC that was planned for Valhalla that turned into a game. That's basically what it was.
That would make sense if that's what it was.
That's what it was. That's what it was originally supposed to be. Concept was going to be a DLC for Valhalla, but they stretched it into a full game, and from what I hear, it wasn't that great.
No, it was flat.
Yeah.
There wasn't really much to it.
I didn't play it, so I have an opinion on that one.
It was a homage to like, hey guys, this is what the old Assassin's Creed games used to play like, but it was kind
of, profited off the nostalgia.
Yeah, but there wasn't much good story behind everything. It was just play this character and climb up walls and kill people. And that was that.
So yeah, Assassin's Creed. What was it again? Shadows.
Shadows.
Xbox really took the show.
Are you not excited? Are you not excited that it's going to be in a completely new, non-European or non-Middle Eastern environment?
I think it's gonna
That's
be cool.
That's pretty damn cool.
I think it's also cool that the samurai in particular is actually a historically figure from the ancient samurai time. Like he did actually exist in the history, which is like typical. That's what, you know, Ubisoft do. They take a character in history and they blend it into their kind of like world.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ubisoft. That's the only thing that I'm concerned about. Ubisoft have had this stigma of where like they take cool concepts and they make it into bland games lately. That's what they've done recently.
It could be really great or it could be subpar. We'll just have to see.
It can be. I'll have to like wait and see. I'm not gonna buy it immediately. I'm gonna like wait and see what it's gonna be like.
Here's my honest thing right here. Here's my honest thing about this whole thing. I would have been way more excited for this Assassin's Creed had Ghost of Tsushima not done it first.
I was thinking that, Eric.
If there was no Ghost of Tsushima or Ghost of Tsushima, however you say it.
Yeah, if you see Ghost of Tsushima's gameplay, it's similar to the samurai is in the Assassin's Creed Shadows trailers.
Yeah. Which really probably took heavy inspiration from it. But like Ghost of Tsushima is just a phenomenal video game.
It really is. It really is. So
I would be
I would be way more impressed. Game?
No, nope. You're thinking of Sekiro.
Sucker Punch.
That's what I was thinking of.
You're thinking of Sekiro.
Sekiro is the From Software, but Ghost of Tsushima is Sucker Punch.
Yeah. It's less sneaky. It's more of your.
There's some sneaky elements in Ghost of Tsushima. I've been sneaky in that game before.
Not quite in the same. I mean, yes, but it's not. It's not as not of a much of a integral part of the
right. I think it's just the idea.
But you can be sneaky in the game. It has that stealth option there.
I think for
the
me,
story
it's just
though
the idea.
was really good.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just the idea is that we were waiting for a cool ass samurai game. Sucker Punch made it, and now Ubisoft's like, "Hey, look, that franchise that you loved forever, you wanted us to do Asia.
Yeah.
Here it is." And it's like, "Oh, well, you're a little late to the party." But I mean, it'd be what it'd be. But Xbox really stole the show here. We got Black Ops 6. It's Call of Duty. It's Black Ops 6. You know, there you go. There's nothing new to report there.
Not really. The only thing I saw was there was the whole controversy about it being 310 gig downloads, which they have specified. Which they have specified that's not the entirety of the game. It's like if you like certain bits is like less, but like it's still overall that size if you do everything.
What's the standard storage size or storage hardware?
To put it this way,
is it 500?
No, they're up to a terabyte now.
To put it this way, someone's compared the sizes of other games to it. You can install 2 Red Dead Redemption 2s for the size of like that. I think 4 GTA 5s you can install for like the size of what it is. And then a bajillion amount of Pokemon games, basically.
To answer your question, most of the consoles are like 1 terabyte now, I think. I don't think they do 500 gigs anymore.
No.
Everest, they've got the Starfield Shattered Space DLC coming.
True.
They might redeem. Yep.
Oh, yep. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, when has the Bethesda... This is a controversial topic. When has the Bethesda main story quest ever been that great? I'm talking about Skyrim. Skyrim main story, not great.
But then you go into like the Dark Brotherhood,
and I'm like, well, now they're following trend. Their DLC is really where the story thrives the most.
It does look
in my opinion.
interesting. I will say the DLC.
The only Skyrim lore that I care about is how I have so much cheese flowing out of my ass.
Yes, more cheese.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ is coming.
Jesus Christ. We'll save this one for a second here. We got Metal Gear Solid Delta, the Snake Eater.
Yeah, that
trailer.
was a surprise.
Metal Gear Solid looks so good.
Good.
Yeah, it was first shown on PlayStation last year, and then now they show it on Xbox this year. I was like, okay, cool.
Is it David Hayter doing this?
Yeah.
Yes.
David Hayter's back as the voice of Naked Snake in this one, and not Solid Snake, Naked Snake.
Because last time it was Kiefer Sutherland that did Snake, and I'm like, yeah. But Metal Gear Solid Delta is the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. Yeah,
if I remember correctly. I
And
only
Metal
know
Gear
'cause one
Solid
of
3 is a
the
great
members is
game.
really excited for it. So, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm excited for Metal Gear Solid Delta. I can't wait to play that. That looks damn good. We got more Fable footage. 2025
So
release
excited.
window.
I'm so excited for that
Actual
game.
gameplay as well, which is pretty cool.
I've never touched
So
Fable.
excited for
Where
Neither
does
have I.
Fable
Oh.
fall in video
Fable's,
game
like,
history?
The
a
only
comedy RPG.
Yeah, Fable's
Comedy?
the only like Xbox like exclusive that I've actually had been interested in playing. Is like otherwise I've never owned an Xbox console.
It's a really good art. It's a single player RPG open world, but it doesn't take it too self too seriously. And so there's a lot of comedy elements, gimmicks and that kind of thing. It's very fun. It's a very fun
Interesting.
RPG.
Huh.
Like you'll play through the game and there'll be like a reference to a movie, that kind of stuff. You know?
Okay. Right. So there's a lot of
Really?
cameo references in there.
Mhm.
Cool.
Is Xbox only way to play like these old ones?
No, they have they have PC ports.
Okay.
Okay, because I have
Yep,
Fable
I have-
Anniversary and Lost Chapter.
I have Fable and I have that in my list right now. Yep, I
Oh,
have
does Fable Anniversary? Because there's multiple games, right? Like there's like Fable
There's
1, 2,
three.
3.
Yep. And I heard the first one's really the only one worth playing.
Interesting. Okay, I might look at
like
this.
two is kind of, or maybe I don't remember if 2 was subpoor or 3 was subpoor. I don't remember.
But comedy RPG, interesting. Okay,
That's the best way I can describe it.
all right.
I
Oh,
guess
so it's
I wouldn't
kind of
even
like.
I wouldn't really say comedy. I would just say a RPG that doesn't take itself too seriously.
Is it like
Does that make sense?
satire?
Okay.
Does it like satire the other RPGs? Is that basically what it does? Kind of like Grand Theft Auto does with itself. No comment. No,
I don't know. I don't know. I would say just play and kind of form
kind of
your
make my
opinion.
own consensus of it. Maybe someone in the chat can help us here.
Hmm.
Okay. This is the other one, interesting one. They're doing another Life is Strange.
Oh yeah, that was a
But
surprise.
This time they're
Different
actually bringing
developer
it.
though, right?
Yeah. Is it different developer?
I think I don't know.
Well, was it Don't Nod or whatever that did the original one?
Maybe it wasn't a developer. Maybe it was a different, right? I don't know. It's someone different is doing it, but it's
It's
the
only
same.
Square Enix for all I know.
Right. Okay.
Deck 9 Games.
Interesting.
Don't quote me. I don't know. I could be wrong.
But
don't quote
the
me.
big
Don't
news
quote
about
me.
this one is that it's Max from the first game that has come back
Yep.
to do this one.
She
And
has
she's a little bit
returned.
older, a little bit wiser, I'm guessing.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see which ending is canon in this. Will it link to like the first game and whatever ending you got in the first game is canon to this game, or will it be its own? Like, will one of the things be true? That's what I want to know.
Well, they've done a bunch of these games, right? And like they all, I'm guessing they all kind of.
They did the first game, they did a prequel, and then they did a second game, which is a separate story entirely from the first game.
But it's the same world, like the same world,
Same world,
and
but
timeline.
like different P characters in the second game.
You said
Interesting.
Deck 9 was the dev,
And
right?
and then the True Colors, it was the same thing too, where it was a separate gone, but an entirely different set of characters and timeline, and they're basically so they've done 4 games in total in Life is Strange.
Okay. I always liked the first one. And like when we
Yeah.
built Pow's PC, the first Life is Strange is one of the first things she played on it, and she really enjoyed
Great
it.
game, it's fantastic.
Yeah. I'm intrigued by this. I might actually give this a
I am
shot.
too.
I always enjoyed the first game a lot. I didn't do much of the second one or the others.
I've delved into the demo they put out, the Captain Sparkle demo that they put out for the second game, but I didn't really get into it. I played the prequel. I played the first one and the prequel, and then I've not played the second one or True Colors yet. I probably will at some point.
And then that's Life is Strange. And then we've got the other big news. Well, there's 2 more big ones. How are we feeling about this Indiana Jones game? Like, I'm excited to play this thing. I want to be Indy.
I will say the new trailer has given me a little bit of a spark to play it more, because it looks very much like the cinematics do look pretty good in it. I will say, for the trailer, like the cutscenes, Very, very does give off a Indiana Jones movie vibes.
Yeah.
It feels like to me this will be like an Indiana Jones movie that you get to play as Indiana Jones in the game, basically. Which that's probably that's like the best thing you could probably do for an Indiana Jones game.
I heard
But
there's
we'll see.
puzzles.
You're right.
Puzzles.
There's puzzles. Yeah, there's puzzles. The odd thing that I can compare this to, honestly, is probably like the latest Tomb Raider games and Uncharted.
I was
From the
gonna
looks of
say
it.
it's giving
Yeah.
Tomb Raider vibes.
Which to be fair, those games, I don't know if Lara Croft was inspired by Indiana Jones.
Yeah, to an
Uncharted,
extent, yes.
to an extent, yeah. Uncharted definitely was, like, from both of them, I'd say. I would say, but yeah, that's what it gives off, and that
Yeah,
intrigues
Uncharted
me.
wanted like Tomb Raider, but also wanted to kind of be like, hey, Assassin's Creed had this kind of like parkour kind of stuff. Why don't we just add that?
Yeah.
But also we want like extra humor because we have because it's more relatable.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other big one is they have rebooted Gears of War. They're gonna reboot Gears.
Is it a reboot or is it a prequel?
Sorry, I believe it's a prequel. Maybe I misquoted
Yeah.
that. It's a prequel. So they're
Yeah.
taking it back to kind of square one though with this whole thing. Were any of you guys Gears of War people? Like, did you guys have the Xbox with the Gears
I
of War?
played the
Nope.
last one because a mate of mine's a big fan in the community. Is a massive fan. And I played it with him, and I had fun with it. I had fun with the last game. So I have some experience with it, but I've not played all the games. It's just like something that I've lightly touched, basically. But well, from what I played, it was pretty good. It's definitely fun playing with friends. Like I had a fun time playing with him. So.
All right, and then there's some DLC announcements. Alan Wake 2 is getting some DLC. Obviously, we have the Elden Ring DLC coming.
That announcement for the DLC was actually pretty like funny because he basically like came on stage and was like, the DLC is coming out less than 24 hours now. Everyone just went, what? Oh, what? Okay, cool. Let's play this then.
Yeah, there's a lot of like very intriguing announcements, but not really anything that I'm
Like
gonna be diving
groundbreaking,
into.
right?
But there is one title that I was like, ooh, I need to play this.
Is it the same as Everest's title?
Everest, what is your title?
I didn't say it yet.
I thought you were excited about Dragon Age. I thought you were a ham on
It's
Dragon
one
Age.
of them. But there's
It's one
like
of them.
3 that I'm excited about. and we
Oh
haven't
well,
mentioned yet.
the floor is your guys's.
Does
Yeah.
no one think that the Lego Horizon game is
Oh,
That
this
looks
girl
very
over here.
intriguing.
is really cool?
Lego.
Like,
Not
okay.
Everest.
Oh, is it Lego Horizon?
Really cool upskill title.
That's
but
not-
Grand Theft
that's
Auto
no.
6.
That's not the main one that I'm excited about. That's the first on my my article that I'm reading,
You're not
and
alone.
it's like the first one that's listed, and I'm like, wait, hold on a second, really? That's really cool.
You're not alone. Pow is very
It is
excited
really
for
cool.
Lego Aloy.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool. Like how fighting off like Lego dinosaurs. Like, hello, come on. Looks
Everest
like
might be winning me
fun.
over here. I might want to go play Lego Dinosaurs.
Like if you
Meh.
play the original, going to play this looks like how I'm more interested. Like how are they going to take this game and make it into a Lego game? Like that interests me more than like, wow, this is gonna be the coolest game ever. Because I don't think it's gonna be the coolest game ever, but I think it's gonna be interesting to see like when they make Lego games, they make these builds out of Legos. It's not just free-form animation. They have to build this stuff out of Legos. So like the fact that they put all this, that's the cool part for me, honestly.
Okay.
Is that you're playing a Lego game and they made all these cool things based on the original game, blah blah blah. I think that's a very interesting Lego game that I didn't expect. I don't know. I'm gonna hide under a rock here and be like,
Yeah, you do that. Okay.
Why? You're not
I think
alone.
it's-
Like I said, Pal's very
I think
excited
it's
for
cool.
Lego Horizon.
I think it's cool.
I like the Lego games. Lego Batman's legit.
Lego
Yep.
Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga
Will
was
always
awesome.
be
Yeah.
the best.
Lego
Star
Skywalker
Wars, I
Saga is
think-
amazing.
I'm trying to think of how
Lego Pirates
many
of the
other
Caribbean.
was there?
Yeah, Lego Pirates of
Are
the
you
Caribbean.
serious?
Yeah, there was Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. I played it.
Wow.
It was fun. Yeah.
I'm more curious like why they decided Horizon of all the IPs they could have gone with.
Because
But
they already had
that's-
they already had the IP, I think, from when they
Yeah.
did the tall neck. Because remember they did the tall neck Lego.
Oh,
They might have already
Yeah.
had the
Did they?
IP.
gotcha.
You know which one? You know which one? Okay, real quick before we move on to Everest's next game here, which game would you love to see as a Lego game?
Oh, I don't
Ooh.
know. It can be a movie too. That's what makes this kind of a tricky
true.
question.
That's true.
Outlast.
Dill is kind of on the same page as me. I kind of want Resident Evil Lego. Like when Ethan
Resident
loses
Evil
the
Lego
hand,
will
he
be
just pops it
That
off.
would
Yeah.
be weird.
A horror game, Lego game. That would be actually. I would think that would probably work. Honestly,
Really?
done right. Yeah.
Hmm.
How about you, Zenith?
Maybe.
The game that I'm most excited about.
Oh, I wanted to know
Is-
what game you would want to be Lego.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Sorry. I would love an actual Lego Mario game.
Lego
Yeah.
Indiana Jones would be fun.
We have that.
That's
Is
the thing.
it?
Yes.
That's a thing too.
Okay, that's what I was like. If they haven't done this, they need to.
They have done that. Yes.
Yeah.
That's where I'm having a hard time here. because
Lego
there's
Tomb
already
Raider.
so
All
many.
these things. Lego Tomb Raider.
Because they
Yeah.
even made a Lego Lord of the Rings game, which was not that great, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was weird because they took such a huge world and they made it small. Because they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm going to the Mines of Moria. Oh, we're walking like 10 paces and now we're in, like Lothlorien or whatever. So it's like,
So if it was realistic
Lego Mario
Lego
would
game.
be Lego Mario be in the same vein as Paper Mario, I feel.
Yeah. I don't think it would
It-
have the Lego pizzazz.
what? Lego
Like
Mario?
Lego Mario. Like if they did a Lego Mario, I don't think they would let it do the same humor as because the Lego games have this tendency to make fun of themselves.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Paper Mario, but like the world's turning into Lego. That'd be cool. We're like a mix between the two. Because like they did that with Paper Mario and the Mario and Luigi RPG series.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, just my thought.
What else you got in your what other game were you excited for, Everest?
Star Wars Outlaws.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Did they show that thing?
They show
Yeah,
gameplay of that.
they
That
show
one showed looked
gameplay
pretty good.
and yeah,
Yeah.
it looks really cool.
Hmm.
That's
It's-
the Ubisoft one, right?
Well, it's
Yep.
it's published by Ubisoft, but it's actually developed by the people who made Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain
Oh.
and Beyond Two Souls.
Okay.
So, Ubisoft are just the people who are promoting it, whereas like the developers are the people who like made those games.
You know what? I take that back. I completely forgot about the Outlast one. I was excited for that one too. Because
Outlaws.
Outlaws. Sorry.
I
Joe
put
said
Outlast in,
earlier.
in his brain, and
It
now
looks
he can't
really
escape it.
cool. It's like Star Wars and Assassin's Creed made a baby.
I want that to be good. I'm hoping that one is going to be a good.
I hope it's
re-
better than
It
Acolyte.
looks really good.
It does look
looks
good.
really good.
I hope it's better than Acolyte.
So I'm really excited about that game. I'm probably gonna be playing that on release, actually, which I never do, but I'm
When's
gonna
that
do
one
it
come
this
out?
time.
August, I
August
believe.
30th.
Yeah.
So 2
Wow.
months.
So
Yeah.
right
Yep.
before everything else comes out in September.
Yeah, they told us about this last year. I think they
Mhm.
announced it last
Right.
year, and then they gave us more information this year.
And even gameplay.
Ah, I was so excited about it.
I remember we had this discussion because we were like talking about how Star Wars does really, really well when they talk about the other aspects that are not Jedis.
Yeah.
Like
You mean
the
not
smug-
not as you mean not a well? I would say when they're talking about the aspects that are not Skywalker.
Oh, in
Does
I
that
see,
make
because I
sense?
think the stuff is interesting when they just avoid the Jedi stuff, period, and they talk about like the bounty hunters and the the smugglers, the stuff that the world, the universe, how the universe is affected by everything between the rebels and the alliance. Like I like the empire, I like the world around it, how it's affected.
I'm both. I would say both. I don't mind Jedi when they're doing their own like small task Jedi stuff, not really the big
Like Clone
picture
Wars.
stuff. I mean the most recent, the Fallen Order game was really good.
Hmm.
And the one after that was really good.
I've not played Jedi Survivor yet.
They're really good.
I played
Yeah,
Fallen
Jedi
Order,
Survivor is
just-
amazing.
Yeah, that's a really, I mean, that's a really good take, and that it doesn't really involve, you know, much of the main characters at all. It's its own kind of its own thing. But yeah, I am excited that they aren't doing something that involves a Jedi, that it is something that's
Right.
something that we don't typically see on this kind of scale.
Cool.
Is Outlaws not going to be on Steam? Is it just going to be a Ubi? The Ubisoft one?
Ubi launcher? I don't know. Is it not? Are you
look.
looking for it right now?
I'm looking for it on Steam and it's not coming up. So I'm wondering if they're
Boo.
not even going to put
That's
it on.
probably it might be like a Ubi for now. A year later, it's going to release on Steam type thing.
Don't make it exclusive on PC.
And then, did you have another one, Everest, before we move on to Zenith?
Dragon Age.
Hey,
Dragon
that's what I was getting
Age.
at.
Yep. Pretty damn excited for that game, which leads me to what I was saying earlier, is that I'm choosing to play Origins at a very good time. Choosing to play Origins at a very good time when it's going to start growing in hype again. So I'm very excited. And they changed the name from what we thought it was going to be Dreadwolf, but now it's Veilguard. They changed the name.
Dreadwolf sounds like a cooler name.
But like Veilguard could probably suits like the lore of like what's going on with the story more.
Oh, fair enough.
Do you know much about it, Zen? Or no?
Not a lot, because I didn't actually play
Dreadwolf
Dragon Age
is-
Inquisition.
Dreadwolf is the secret name of the main adversary.
Oh,
And they decided to do a different name for some reason. And I would assume because maybe it's more broad. You're not talking about one person, you're talking about a whole
well, we shall
thing.
see.
Cool.
That's my guess. But anyway,
Well, maybe one day I'll catch up with the Dragon Age series again.
what was the
Which
last
one
one
of
you
those-
played? 2?
Yeah. Which one's the praised one, too, while you're asking the question? Which one's the praised one of that whole series? Is it Origins or is it Dragon Age 2?
Yeah, Dragon Age 2 is probably like the least popular. I heard there's a
okay.
lot of mixed reviews about
There's
it.
there's mixed reviews about what's better, Inquisition or Origins.
Yeah.
I think the
I'm
only
pretty
reason
sure
people
Origins, I've been told, is the best one.
story-wise, it might have the best story, yeah.
Hmm.
But the
Origins
thing
is
is,
great.
it's fairly janky due to its age, unfortunately.
Well,
Yeah.
it's an old game, so yeah.
So that might,
me feel so old.
whatever.
How old?
I have that game. How old is it?
Dragon Age Origin?
Yeah.
Did I tell the story about like my very first experience playing Dragon Age on
2009. It's not even
Right.
that old.
Okay, I think I have
It's not
actually
that
mentioned
old.
it.
2009 isn't that old. In my head, it's not that old.
I mean,
It's 13 years. What are other games that released in 2009? Make us feel
Demon
old.
Souls. Uncharted
Left
2.
4 Dead 2, Batman Arkham Asylum,
Oh, wow.
the
That's a good game.
original Assassin's Creed 2,
Assassin's Creed 2, that's a good one.
the OG Borderlands.
Oh, damn.
This is a good year. Damn.
2009 sounds like a banger year.
It was.
This is a really good year.
That's
Holy
like 98 and 2023 proportions. What the hell?
Yeah.
Sims 3. Just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm trying to, there's more to this. There's more to this. Oh, RE5.
Eh.
Resident Evil 5, okay.
GTA 4.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow.
I think that's the DLC.
Oh, DLC. Yeah, I'm going to say, was it 2008
So-
GTA 4?
Yeah, that was the DLC. Bayonetta,
Oh, Bayonetta came out in 2009? Oh, God.
apparently. Yep, that's kind of the big ones. Wow.
That's a huge year of games.
It's not
Final
even
Fantasy
all the ones that
13. Oh, we're missing
That
the.
was the age
Whoa.
of the Wii. So Mario Kart Wii Sports. Yep. Wow, Mario
2009.
Kart Wii 2009.
No,
Oh,
2009
Jesus
is a huge
Christ.
year. We're
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, that's a
looking
good
at it
year.
here with Assassin's Creed 2, like you said, Arkham Asylum, Demon Souls, Borderlands, Halo 3. What else did I just say here?
Oh my gosh,
Final.
do you guys remember do you remember Wii Fit?
I
God
do.
bless Wii Fit.
Oh,
Mirror's
Prototype.
Edge. Mirror's Edge. Wait,
I like
no,
how
that's-
no one's caught this
that was
yet. but-
2008 apparently.
Eric, Infamous came out in 2009.
Yeah. Well, 2009 was also the release of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which pretty much sent Call of Duty into the stratosphere.
Yeah, I remember that at a time.
So,
That was
like,
good-
yeah,
that was a good
2009
time.
is a big year. That's crazy. What a crazy year for video games. Damn. Harry Potter and the
Angry
Half-Blood
Birds.
Prince, Angry Birds.
Angry Birds,
Plants vs Zombies also got
Wow.
released that year.
Killzone 2 also on there as well.
The age of
Yeah.
phone games was really that
Yeah.
year.
All right, so
Phone games blew up
Um,
that year.
So Dragon Age Origins. So I wanted to.
Was that the last one you played?
So like, what are your expectations with Dragon Age Origins?
I don't. I'm completely going in like blind. I played Inquisition though, so this is
Okay.
kind of I'm going backwards at this point.
Okay, because Origins it has like a unique thing where like it's not like a turn-based RPG.
It's
But
pause
it's-
and pause, right?
Yeah, but you can also like pause and strategize. So like I think like
Right.
it's a good mix of where it's not quite action, but not quite turn-based. So it's a fairly nice blend of strategizing and
Part of
like,
that
just-
part of that concerns me because it's so foreign. There's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve, I think.
oh yeah,
That's
I mean,
that's
there's
my
parts-
biggest worry.
there's going to be parts of Dragon Age Origins that I do remember that I was just like, oh, this is such a struggle. All right, well, reload and save once again. Here we are.
That's my worry is that it's like it's gonna be a little bit because I have pulled it up and like played it before, but it was at the time. This was a long time ago. I don't even remember when this happened, but it was like, how the fuck do I do this? I don't know what I'm doing, and I kept dying when I shouldn't have been dying. So I just need to just figure it out because I'm definitely more I'm more familiar with the action base where it's very reactive, but having to like plan ahead it's going to be different, but I'm excited for it.
Maybe I should go play a Dragon Age.
Um,
I've never played one of those.
No, you need to play Undertale, boo. Undertale.
It's in the list. It's in the
That's
list.
your
I've already got
that's
it
your
there.
mission. Don't dive into a huge ass game like Dragon Age Origins.
All right.
Play your
I got
other
you.
little guys first.
My other little
I mean,
guys.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna say don't do it, but it's like it's a big game, and so it's an investment.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't play Final Fantasy 16 and Origins at the same time.
Playing both side by side.
Yeah,
just
right
like
next to
one
each
controller,
other.
one hand. Yeah.
Oh.
So if you wonder how I do it, I have a portable game. Like I'll have like a Switch game or whatever that I'm working on, or like a game on my Steam Deck specifically, and then I have one that I have at my PC that I'm specifically working on at a given time. That's kind of how I do it. Realistically, I only have about two going at a time. With the occasional third one like popping in for quick stuff, but most of the time I'm focusing on two at a time.
That's more reasonable.
Yeah. Zenith, what was on your list of the games you were excited about?
So, I mentioned Doom. While I'm excited, I'm not just like thrilled. But the big one that actually came up is probably one that you guys might have missed.
Lego
And
Horizon Zero Dawn.
No. It is a
Farming
game
Simulator
called
2024.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Oh yeah, that
What,
one was
what
pretty
the
good.
hell kind of title is that?
So this one, it's a fantasy RPG where it kind of focuses on where the
Oh,
premise is a
yes.
paintress
We saw this.
basically paints a cursed number on a monolith. But every number that she paints, anyone that is at that age will basically vanish and be gone forever. So basically, it's an actual semi turn-based RPG set in this really cool looking fantasy world, where a bunch of people are trying to stop break the cycle of people just vanishing, disappearing into nothingness before it's too late.
This is a remake, no?
No.
Original
This is
It's
a
an
brand new
new.
title.
Oh, okay.
This actually looks
And it-
really, really good. I thought this had like indie game written all over it, but this looks damn
No.
like extensive and good.
Yeah, like I love the art style. The worlds look very imaginative, and like the RPG combat actually looks really fun. So it looks like it's gonna be a wild ride.
I look forward to seeing gameplay of this, honestly.
Yeah, and it also showed gameplay. Because it
What?
looked like some
Did
of
it?
it was like I think one of your characters was using like a flintlock pistol, and you actually had to like manually aim to take your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, this game looks gorgeous. How did I miss this?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I missed this during the actual show. Like I saw it on a trailer that someone retweeted this, and I'm just like, yo, this actually fucking looks sick. This is probably like the one game that I'm the most excited about from the entire show.
I'm sorry, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. You look incredible, and we all ignored you.
Yeah.
Here, I will paste it in Twitch chat for anyone that is currently watching that wants to check it out.
Yeah, that looks damn good. Did you just mark this as you wanted it, Everest?
No.
Because
Those
it
already
literally
there.
says here, 2 friends want this game, and one of them is you.
Aw.
So
I saw it earlier on the
okay.
thing, and I hadn't added it yet. So
I thought I would
Zen,
add
remi-
this.
Zen
That was
reminded
funny.
me to do that.
That's funny. I thought you were like, I never saw this game, but then it's all like 2 friends want this game. What is Everest?
No.
that
I
was
saw
me.
it on the thing, but I didn't remember what it was called. And then
Yeah.
Zen said it, and then I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that game.
I mean,
At
cool.
least you're not Dill. That's just adding every single game that was announced on your Steam wish list without even
Not
watching
all
it.
every game,
It
just like
doesn't
50
have-
of them.
It doesn't have a memorable title for sure. It's very
yeah, it's
unique.
got a yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, the game could be called Ass Liquor 69. I would not
Nice.
fucking care. If it's a good game, it's a good game. I don't care.
I don't care.
I mean, that's a pretty
didn't
extensive
mean
title.
to say the title was ruined it for me. I just didn't remember what it was called. There's a lot of words.
Hmm.
Too many words.
Let's see how many games Dill has in his wish list.
Good God, don't.
Dill, what the hell?
It was at like less than 50. Now it's 95.
95.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I mean, like, I watched majority of some things, and anything that caught my interest, I put on my wish list.
Oh, geez. Only Evers can afford all those.
Yeah. No.
I actually don't have a job right now, so
Oh,
I have an interview tonight.
Good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wish them the best for you. I'm so sorry
Thank
for
you.
making this like a recurring joke for the entire episode.
No,
It's
it's I just don't
You're going through a
I just
phase,
don't want
then
any
it's
of, like-
alright.
I just don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable.
Wait, make them
Well-
feel comfortable.
I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable.
Oh, I mean, it's not like
alright.
they're in the house
It's
with you.
okay. Yeah, not to
Okay.
worry. I've been unemployed since 2021. So yeah. But yeah,
How do you see people's wish list games?
You have to
go
to
I
their
found it.
profile.
I
Go to
found it.
profile.
Yeah.
You're looking at Dill's too, huh?
Yes, I am.
Go for it. Some of them might catch your interest. They're all caught mine.
Dill, what you need to do is you need to calculate the cost of everything on your wish list and see how much it would cost you.
You haven't played
it's a
Miles Morales?
I have on PS5, but not on PC.
Why do you want both games?
I've been meaning to remove that because I'm not happy with PlayStation right now.
Damn, the Helldivers thing has really affected Dill in a way.
The Helldivers thing, the Ghost of Tsushima thing, the God of War thing, the Until Dawn thing, they're doing it with every game they're releasing now. Like,
you know what, Dill?
While.
Sell your PlayStation. Time to man up and sell the PlayStation if it really bothers you.
No.
Ah, look at that. All talk, no action.
I thought I spent too much money. I'm not going to sell it.
I see how it is.
How much do they go for much these days on eBay?
Not as much as they used to before, like, you know, the chip shortage. When chip shortage is there was like double the price of what they actually are worth. You know,
oh my gosh, RimWorld's $35 now. I bought it when it was like $10.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
I want to know about Little Kitty Big City. Why is this in here?
So you know the game Untitled Goose Game?
Yeah.
It's basically that with a cat.
It was a big deal when it came out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who streamed it.
Yeah, it looked pretty cute, so I got it put on my wish list.
Don't judge him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm judging him.
You always do.
I'm judging him. This man has been a guest in my home. I am free to judge him.
Send back to you,
Hyper
mate.
Light Drifter was really
I
good.
haven't been in your house.
No, but I've been in your house, so I can judge you in your house.
Ooh.
Could you though?
And now he can judge you because now you've gotten to Magic the Gathering again.
Yeah, true. How much
Sorry,
money you spend on
Dragonfly,
Magic
you've been called out.
How much money you synced already in the
Magic the Gathering?
Yes.
$20.
Oh, that's all right.
No,
then.
back in the day, though.
Oh, back in the day? Oh, I mean, I'd have to ask my dad, but because like
I
I
have
didn't
friends
pay
that
for
have spent thousands.
So true talk, but while we end the stream here, so like true talk, I played Magic like when I was in junior high, like that far back.
Yeah.
So like my dad bought the cards, I didn't buy the cards,
Right?
But as a grown adult right now, I have spent $20.
Okay.
Good job,
That's
Erik.
fine.
That's why I like the online one because they just keep giving you packs like as promotions or whatever for signing in and all that jazz. So I just go with that. But I'm sure it's going to be a lot worse. So
I have friends who have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on Magic the Gathering cards.
Well, of course, your rich elite club that you hang out with be able to afford all those.
No, not at all, actually. Quite the contrary. That's the irony.
now, if you asked about like the comic books, like I spent stupid amounts of money on paper.
That's all right. Comic books, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Did anybody have like Magic the Gathering like groupies that met after school? Because I did. I didn't.
I'm sorry.
play
What?
there was like in high school there was like groups of kids that stayed after school for like 3 hours playing Magic in like the main like areas of our high school, and they would play like all afternoon.
You said the group like Magic the Gathering groupie. I was like, you went after guys that played Magic the Gathering.
No.
Like you played the game
but
after
like
school.
what? I didn't play because it was too complicated.
Oh, I see.
It was too much for me. There was just a lot going on that I just couldn't keep track of. I had one guy tell me how to play, but it's like it never stuck. So, but it'd be fun to like sit by and like kind of watch them. Actually, the thing that I find cool about the MTG cards is like the artwork on them.
Oh yeah, the artwork is fascinating and it's amazing.
The artwork is really neat.
If you go do the MTG like arena, the online version of Magic, it does go through a tutorial and it teaches you like through a game.
Yeah, I know.
You might want to give it a
shot. No, don't do this to me.
Damn.
No one said you had to
fall down
spend
the
any
rabbit
money.
hole.
No, that's not what I mean. Like I didn't even play Gwent, and everyone gave me a hard time about Gwent. And I was like, nah, card games are there's just too many things going on. It's not my like.
I did not like.
It's
Gwent.
not my type of strategy. I find card games very hard.
I did not like
to
Gwent, but I was a very, very big fan of the Queen's Blood in the Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, I was too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Queen's
that
Blood
was
is
fun.
addicting.
Yeah, I wanted to do beat every single person until I became the king of Queen's Blood.
Yeah, dude. Queen's Blood is legit. that is today's episode. We're going to go ahead and we're going to wind it down here. Next episode is going to be the 29th of June, tentatively. 29th of June. There is a new episode of Back to the Backlog up, episode 5. My Doom playthrough continues. You can catch that over on the YouTube channel. ! Social media. Take you to the links over to that fun jazz. Hey, there you go.
Like jazz.
You can go catch all that stuff over there. We got some more clips coming up on the TikTok. I just cut a bunch of clips for last episode. We'll get those up soon.
I should finally have time to work on things after Sunday.
We're so bad at clips. I'm
tired.
taking full responsibility here. We're so bad at clips. We're working on them. But yeah, we're gonna get those up soon. I've already cut them. We just have to upload them. See, and then Morgan not stopping. Morgan's the one that gets us the clips. Like, she's like, here's the clippable stuff, go cut it. And then I'm like, that's a lot of clips.
I'm like, thanks for your hard work. I'm just gonna go to sleep now. Bye.
Well, that's how you are with her.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's it. That's episode 43. Like I said, we'll be back on the, what day did I say again? 29th? 29th. We'll be back on the 29th.
This should be able to be there for the podcast. Just might be, I'm going to my brother's for the long weekend. Well, Canadian long weekend.
What do you guys get? What do you guys get a long weekend for?
Yeah.
Canada Day.
Oh.
Just gave yourself a day. Canada Day.
Yeah. Canada Freedom Day.
Oh. Is it like your 4th of July, basically?
What freedom are you celebrating now exactly?
Yeah, it's basically Canada's birthday. Yay, birthday.
Oh, so it's basically your 4th of July.
It's
Gonna
like 4th of
shove
July.
my dick in a hot dog.
What?
Balls deep in a bald eagle and shotgun a beer. Anyway, sorry.
That's just Independence Day.
You forgot to drive our monster truck through the mug and pollute the world. You know, you forgot that part. But
yeah,
we'll let
my
it slide.
Ford F-150.
Dodge Ram.
How it choose if it
Are you
was
trying to like
gum.
He's insulting us.
really
Everest.
Zen? Really Zen? That's low. That's low
It's
for a
okay.
Canadian.
It's okay. Canadians are like the vegans of North America. They think they're special.
So what are Americans then?
The vegans of North America.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god. We're
Yeah.
ending. We're ending.
We're ending.
We're done.
Let me go so I can go eat my kale.
All right. Don't forget your almond milk.
Almond?
We're out of here. This is Good Friends, Good
Almond.
Games. This is Dill. This is myself, Eric. We got Everest, and we got Zenith. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.